and this fucking sink is filled to the brim with fucking chicken feet.
Yeah,
and
dude.
we're literally like, okay, like something ain't adding up here. Why, if this is a cabin they're renting out, why is there food here, and why is there like valuables like a laptop just sitting out here?
Welcome back to the BeeHole Podcast. I'm your co-host, Vato. Joined to get.
He said join to gay.
Join together.
Yeah.
Join together.
And I'm joined.
That's why I need the test run.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, my bad.
You gotta do the
No,
countdown though.
keep it
5,
going.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, just may as well. Start
Welcome
over.
back
He didn't even do it.
to the BeeHole Podcast. I'm joined today
Okay.
by the same guests
Okay.
that were on here previously. We're gonna start to my left,
Yo, what's up? It's Tristen.
then counterclockwise or clockwise, my
Clockwise.
bad.
You got the clockwise.
Hey, what's good? It's Adam.
And my boy, the host
The main
of the
host.
BeeHole Podcast.
Hey man, you know who it is, man? It's Lucas the Shroom Fool. Like, we here to do the podcast today, you know what I'm saying?
But what
The
you know about
legend himself.
psilocybin?
And I am your co-host,
What the fuck is psilocybin?
Vato Justin.
Mushrooms,
Que pasa,
boy.
wey, vatos?
I was never
Don't
sure.
be a hoe. Be a beehole. And we're going to start the podcast in Cinco.
Yeah.
Cuatro.
Dude, it's like, you're supposed to
Tres.
start with that first.
Dos.
Because usually I go with like,
Uno.
as soon as I say the numbers, like counting down, that means we're just getting started.
So say it first and
Yes.
then do the intros.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's-
I
tell
got
them
that.
how you
So it goes
usually
like,
do.
you know, so we're just talking. All right. In 5, 4, 3,
Oh,
2,
then you started.
1.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody. Yes, it goes like that.
In Cinco, Cuatro, Tres, Dos, Uno. Welcome back to the BeeHole Podcast. I am your co-host, Vato Justin. Que pasa, wey, vatos? Don't be a hoe, be a beehole. And today, I am sitting next to my boy, the host, the CEO, the founder of the BeeHole Podcast, my boy, my brother.
It's your boy, Lucas, the host of the BeeHole Podcast.
And today, we are joined by our guest, to my left,
Yo, what's up? It's Tristen from episode 1.
and to my straight left.
Hello, it's Adam from episode 3.
Yep.
Straight left.
Back to back.
I'm like diagonally
We're coming
across
up.
from you.
Yeah, we're coming up with this episode 3. We just, yeah. Oh no, episode 3. This is episode 4.
Episode
Yeah,
4.
that's-
We're
yeah,
already
I know
fucking
it's
up the
number
count.
You're
four.
supposed to be
Crazy.
good at math, man.
And not only that, you're the one that's been putting the episodes out.
Technically, this is episode 5. But
You're supposed to be doctor.
with the original episode, you're supposed to be doctor. With the original episode 3, we just kind of scrapped it. But anyways,
Wait, really?
yeah, we talked about it last podcast.
Yeah, the energy was there first half, but then they started talking about the wrestling.
Oh,
and I'm not
right,
really
right,
too
right,
familiar
right.
about the wrestling, so
Okay.
kind of.
So
I see.
this is actually our third take doing the intro from Vato. I don't know if I left it in the
Fifth take.
podcast. Fifth take,
Fifth,
yeah, our
yep.
fifth take.
Definitely the 5th one.
But
I can't count.
I have to ask this dude a question, right? So our birthday recently just happened and all that, and I was like, it's what, April 3rd? It's April 3rd,
It's been about 5 days.
and
Yeah.
for some reason, this dude brought an alligator pinata.
Yeah, man. What the fuck was that about?
Yeah, what the fuck?
That shit's fresh.
And he brought a today. He came up with like a fucking sombrero. he's grabbing it right now. Oh god,
Oh, God. He's putting the sombrero on.
he's putting the sombrero on. You guys won't see it. You guys will probably see
the sombrero was a birthday gift, was it not?
Yes, the sombrero was a birthday gift for my co-worker, Mr. Hansen. Shout out
Ooh.
Mr.
Why do you
Hansen.
sound like you're
Shout
doing
out-
the intro again from my co-worker?
Shout out to Hanson.
Shout out Hansen.
We're gonna have him on the podcast at some point. I swear.
And my alligator,
It's over there.
Vato Carlos the crocodile.
Oh, my God.
I got that
Carlos
from my
the
other
crocodile.
co-worker, Mr. B. Shout out Mr. B. He got me the 1800 tequila too, and Hansen got me the 6-pack
Good
of
taste.
Modelo's.
Good tast.
Yeah,
So-
I don't drink tequila, but I know 1800. is
They
definitely
knew
good
what the
taste.
Vato wanted, what the Vato needed, and they prevailed.
Damn.
Shout out to them. I'm gonna have Hanson on the podcast at some point though.
This
'cause
man runs
him
on
and I-
tequila.
him and I, we can really talk about
Yeah,
stuff.
I told him that I think that he would be excellent to have on this podcast just because he has such knowledge about a variety of topics, and I think I had an idea of potentially doing like a Gen Z versus millennial debate thing
Ooh.
with him, and it's not even like a debate, but more so like the differences in how we were raised and
Differences in comparisons
in
and shit.
values and all sorts of things. I think
Yeah.
it'd be interesting.
Differences in like types of hobbies.
Yeah.
Shit
So
like
I think ideally what I want to kind of set up for that episode would be me, Hanson, Adam, and Vato Justin. Just because us three actually work with Hanson. I used to work with Hanson and Adam. We work at this bakery. I'm not gonna say the name, but shout out to that bakery. But I worked there for
Yeah,
3 years. Adam actually offered me the job over there as a dishwasher. And then after a few months dishwashing, Adam was originally a packager, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you were originally a packager and a packaging position opened up.
Easy.
Got hired on that shit and then went on to 2 to 3 years under packaging and dishwasher. And then, we met this guy named Hanson and we chopped it up. Ever since I left though, Vato Justin got hired on to the bakery as well. And now we are all good friends with Hanson.
Baker's Brew.
Baker's Brew, yeah.
Prepare to meet
We
your
have-
baker.
We have hearing their
Baker's Bakery.
stories. We can talk about a specific somebody that I don't think you've ever experienced with.
No.
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson.
Who,
no.
that fat bitch?
We can say her
Jesus
name. She's not gonna
Christ,
fucking
he said
listen to this
that fat
podcast.
bitch.
Nah.
Fuck that bitch, Kelly.
nah.
I never worked with you.
Damn, he just said fuck it. He just went all in.
Kelly Clarkson.
I'm saying fuck it.
I don't
Yeah.
care. I never.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
Kelly.
that,
No.
fuck that bitch named Kelly. I don't know who that is.
No,
but fuck
all
that
I know
bitch.
about Hanson is he beat you
Jesus.
in a shooting contest with
Oh.
dough balls
No, he did not.
in the back. He said he is the GOAT.
No.
He is the champion
no.
of champions.
No.
It does
He
sound
told me
like
to tell you to
cap.
put
Nah.
respect on his name.
That sounds like cap. I'm sorry.
he said that sounds like cap.
He said he made 2 behind the bags.
Yeah, he made 2 behind the bags, but I made 3 regular shots. What's better?
I don't.
I
I
guess
don't
you
know,
made
two
three
The
behind
quantity
layups,
or
yeah.
the execution?
The points could add up if you make 3 layups.
I'm
and
just
shoot
telling you, he
two
told me.
three-pointers,
You gotta
it's the same
realize,
amount of
what's
points.
better, 2 trick shots or 3 layups? You know what I mean? So it's like,
That's
Yeah,
what he
it's
told
true.
me to tell you.
2 3-pointers
He's
or
the
3
GOAT.
layups.
See that? Yeah, it's like
got
it's
the
the same.
ring.
The math adds up to be the
you
same.
got to remember
It's the same
two
shit.
two corner shots are the same thing as 2 top of the key 3-pointers. So
I'm just letting you know what he said.
same thing. It just doesn't matter on the style or the way it flashes. It's the same thing.
Let's take this to a real basketball court and
Oh,
see
Oh.
what's up with
Yeah.
that.
Let's
Hanson
I'm
ain't
down.
got me.
We,
I'm
we,
down.
ain't, we ain't talking about shooting no fucking dough balls. What the fuck?
Hanson ain't got
No, we
no-
shooting 3
Hanson
fucking
ain't got
leather
nothing on me.
rubber, bro.
I love
Leather-
my boy
That
Hanson,
fucking
man.
pigskin. I'm
But
just
if he's shooting the basketball like he's throwing them fists, bro,
Wait,
it's
fists?
Whoa.
over. No, we did the Rocky intro, and he was like, here with it. Yeah. Wow.
that motherfucker was
KO.
windmilling.
Wow.
That
No, it was
motherfucker
kind of.
windmilling.
He was trying though, but he was very too low with the hands. He was like,
Aw.
he was like here with it.
Put your guard up. Smack him in the
Yeah.
Keep
Wow.
your guard up.
No, he's very knowledgeable though. Super knowledgeable. We have a daily conversation.
Yeah, we can have hours of conversation, dude. Sometimes when Adam and I would just go out to the restaurant and just eat with him, we eat for 30 minutes, and then we can talk for 2 hours.
It's been a while since we've all gone out to get some grub, though.
I know. Last time we went out, we went to the food trucks.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
yep, I was there.
Well, when I was there, yeah.
for sure.
I still haven't even tried Jamaican Be Crazy.
I was looking like Luke that day.
They're pretty good.
What do you mean you're looking like me?
That's what all you guys eat. is Jamaican.
He just gave me the chinky eyed
Oh
look.
damn!
You gotta remember, the people on the podcast is not gonna know what you look like or what you're doing. So.
Chinese, Japanese. Look what they did to me.
What?
Mexinese.
Mexinese.
That's what Devon looks
I
like.
actually do.
That's fucked up.
I actually do think it's really interesting how, if you think about it, Mexicans and Native Americans and Asians, how much shared DNA is
Yeah.
there between those people. It's just a matter of demographic for some of these people. A lot of those people crossed the Bering Strait. Some people settled into the Great Plains and become the Native Americans of the plains, and
Some of
then
them kept
others
traveling south.
others kept going south, and they became the fucking Aztecs.
Hey,
Yeah.
And
man.
then the other people that stayed in fucking Asia are samurais and shit.
Great
And
history
then,
lessons.
and then
Great-
the ones that stayed up in Canada became the Inuits and shit, and the Eskimos.
Great
and all
history
that.
lesson. I heard learn from a crackhead, man. Genghis Khan be fucking.
That's facts.
Genghis Khan be fucking. That's
Hey,
why
we all
there's so
we all
many
some
of us.
warriors though.
It's really crazy.
We could all
Supposedly,
be descendants of
he
Genghis
got
Khan.
thousands of women
Yeah.
impregnated.
Yeah.
100,000. I think,
and he's a huge common ancestor for
a lot of
5% of the whole population or some shit.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
crazy.
that's fucking nuts.
All I can say is fuck Dan. He was trying to be a Viking. We would have took his neck off.
We're starting off with shots already.
God damn, yeah.
Jeez.
You don't think he could be a Viking? You don't think?
No, he could.
You don't
be.
think Dan would be a guy that's in charge of a fucking Viking ship? Like half naked
Dude,
and
the way-
fucking screaming.
Are you guys
and
hearing the
ready to-
table shake?
Screaming with a
I don't know.
fucking no,
Bro.
screaming with a fucking
No.
axe in his hand.
No.
a battle axe.
Wait, no, he's
No.
he's Italian, right?
He's built like
he's
one
a-
of those.
He's
No.
built as a pizza maker.
No,
Viking.
no.
He looks like fat Tony Salerno.
Tapati, make a pizza.
I got love for Dan, but he is built like one of those Vikings off Clash of Clans.
Barbarians, bro.
That's fucked up. He's got the fucking tunic and shit on it.
They got a killer handlebar mustache though.
Yeah.
He does not got one.
Do they have a handlebar? I thought they had the goatee.
It was like
No, they have a. They
Oh,
have a. Yeah, they have the Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan mustache.
Yeah, the Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster.
The Hulkster and shit.
The Hulkster, brother.
Yeah. Well, anyways, topics we want to talk about today. We were supposed to talk about the last podcast, but we kind of just drifted off. And hopefully we can get through it before we get distracted. But anyways, weird foods.
So speaking of weird foods, this man Vato over here has some cow tongue, aka lengua, over here. And
Bilingua.
what do you guys
stupid.
think about lengua? I've had lengua only once before, and it was just a piece of the actual lengua by itself, not with anything else. And I'm not a fan.
Nope.
It's a little too mushy
Nope.
and weirdly texturized for me. But
Meanwhile, we're roasting
maybe
Justin.
if I doused it, with like fucking 3 tortillas, like hella cheese, and 5 million squirts of hot sauce, it might be edible. But
Nah,
I'm
I
simple.
don't
Give me
fuck
some
with
carne
that.
asada.
I'm good on that. I'll just take the
So you
regular
guys
beef
all
tacos.
know of some lingua.
No, fuck a lingua.
Hey, yeah, there's more for me.
You
I'll
You
eat
can
that.
have
every
still
all
got
of
shit
it.
on him for his fucking.
Let's
what
try
is
some
that,
lengua
that
right now,
taco
bro. There's some
bullshit.
right there.
Oh, we're trying some lingua,
Try some lengua right now,
Nah,
bro.
man.
I mean, that's microwave though. It's not sauteed.
bro. We gotta take a. That's gotta be our shot for the podcast here to take a
No,
lingua.
I forgot about
Take
that.
a lingua.
Take a lick.
That is
Just
some.
take a lick.
French kissing a cow.
No, that is some tongue.
Fuck
I would
that.
tongue.
I'm
I would
good
tongue
with
cow.
Why?
I'm
Why are
good.
you being so hating, Tristan?
I'm good on that.
Fucking
I'm
Justin.
good on the cow tongue. He can go ahead. You can tongue your cows all you want, bro.
dog. Justin
I'm
been
good
on
on
some
that.
weird shit today.
I'll stick with my puppy
You know,
soup.
so this dude. So Justin over here was waiting for Adam to come to the office,
Out
right?
of context.
And then I was like, yeah. So I don't know how long Adam's gonna be here for, but he's gotta go to work. He's gotta go work out and shit.
I didn't mean it
Then
like
Justin
that.
comes.
I
Justin
didn't mean
comes.
it like that.
Justin comments like, "You gotta work out that mouth."
Sauce. Sauce is fault.
Directly after he goes, "Oh, I didn't mean it like that." He knew exactly.
They
what
trying
the
to take
fuck-
my words out of
Elaborate.
context.
Elaborate what you mean
Yeah,
then.
Elaborate.
This is your
on that,
chance to
son.
defend yourself. What do
You-
you mean by that?
You are talking right now, which
Indeed.
is the workout of the jaw muscle.
Okay.
So technically, you are working out your mouth.
Okay.
Not like what they were thinking.
Right, for sure.
Because they on some
For
sus.
sure. Yeah,
They on some sus
yeah,
shit right
that's
now.
pretty sus. That's pretty zesty of you, bro.
Yeah, who the fuck says that? What else did you say? I know you said something else that was kind of towards the.
Questionable.
Yeah. Yes, you said something.
I did not say anything else.
Yes, you remember what you said, you fucker. Don't lie to me.
That's what he said. I
What did you
remember.
say? You have to say it honestly.
Yeah. What was
Because
it?
first off,
Come
it
on
was
now.
the fucking it was the moped with the two.
Oh yeah,
the
the
two-seaters.
two-man. He's like, yeah, my moped's a one-seater.
No,
There's
it's a
no
one-seater, one-seater
Still
only.
going.
Never have no men on the back or whatever the fuck you're talking about.
Now you're trying to fucking face fuck a cow.
Yeah. No,
I never said face fuck cow.
You said you'll okay.
I
what?
would tongue on my
swapping spit.
You were
with
tongue on a cow.
I would tongue a cow.
Tongue a cow.
You said something else. What
I
did
know
you
a girl
say?
you could talk. Oh, I'm just kidding. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I was
Does she
gonna
have
say,
hair? No.
If she ain't 280, she
Damn,
ain't
that's
ready.
fucked up. No, she doesn't. But
Oh,
I was
is this the
kidding.
same
No,
girl we were talking about the other
no,
podcast?
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
I was just kidding. No, not her. But I was gonna say she's still bald.
California love.
California.
No, I thought she was Katy Perry's daughter when I saw her with that weave wig.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, dude.
Give me that.
Michael Jordan. Michael
He's
Jordan.
like, give me that. Let's dash that shit off her head.
But you said something sus. I forgot what else you said.
What was it?
He's smiling so hard because he knows
I
what
didn't say
he
nothing
know. He
else.
said something. You know he said something, but I forgot what he fucking said. Something like blowing a back out or some shit like that. I don't know.
You said blowing the back.
I did not say that.
No,
You
'cause I was
said that.
stretching out and I was like, oh, I'm stuck.
What are you?
Help me, step bro. I'm stuck.
Yo,
Oh my
chill.
God.
Yo, out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
Extremely out of pocket.
You're the one working that mouth, apparently.
Yo,
Oh
chill.
my God.
Chill, my guy.
So, back to lengua. When was the first time you've ever had lengua, Vato?
Out the womb.
He's still
I was
out the
kidding.
womb.
Probably when I was like 8 years old, 7, 8, at my aunt's house.
Was it like?
But it was more chopped out than what
I
I
would-
got it right
Oh,
now.
I
It
would
was
definitely
it
feel
was in
like
pieces.
eating it as a child too does help you get accustomed to
Oh.
things. So I think
Yeah.
the fact that I tried
Well-
lengua as a full-grown adult, I didn't have time to
Possibly.
get used to
So
it.
new.
And two, you don't just eat it, bro. You be thinking way, way too hard about it. Because every time you eat lengua, man, you thinking about the On
That is
Wisconsin
true.
commercial where the tongue is just fucking flapping around.
that's
the
true. Because
cow's mouth.
Vista just told me a story about he tried lingua for the first time, but he didn't know what it was. But he said, "Yeah, this shit is really good." Until his wife said that.
That's cap.
Until his wife said, "Yeah, that's cow tongue." He's like, "What the fuck?" And he didn't want to eat it no more.
Today at work. I'll
True,
heat it
that
up
can
today
happen.
at work. Ooh. Two different people.
That's
Ooh,
right.
that smells so good. What is
That's
that,
right.
roast beef? No, it's
Adam.
cow tongue.
I was gonna say, yeah, most people probably gonna be like, "Oh, it smells good" or "It tastes good" until they realize what the fuck it is.
I can't say you're weird for eating cow tongue because
Just-
I want to eat some live octopus or live squid. So
As
I
long
can't
as
say
you're
that's
not
weird.
eating no
I thought
bats.
you already did.
no, I want to try it though.
Yeah.
Live squid, live octopus.
Just like the deep.
No, just like the deep.
No.
Well, he got fucked by the octopus. So
And then
Jesus.
Homelander made him eat it.
yeah, I remember that. Oh,
But another thing
that,
I eat
that must have tasted so good.
is called menudo, which is the cow intestines.
Menudo?
It's a soup, isn't it?
Yeah, we eat in the soup.
Well, most people eat the bile of a pig too.
The
yeah,
brain.
that's the fucking coagulated pig blood. That's
Yeah.
just disgusting. Nasty. Like,
No, it's not that. Like we
You're not
literally,
talk- it's-
we literally eat the bile.
so there's like cubes of like fucking hard,
Yeah,
like dry
yeah,
blood.
we eat that too. But whenever we're like butchering a pig, we take the bile. We don't take all of it because that's just
Bile? What
yeah.
the fuck is that?
Biofluid.
that bile fluid from the. It's like stomach acid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, stomach acid from the pig, and we don't put a lot of a heavy dose because that will hurt you. That will
Right. It's fucking
make
literally
you sick.
stomach acid. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
that will
So-
make you sick. But we put like little shots of that shit to kind of make it bitter.
shots.
Yeah, make it like little bitter and
Oh,
shit
just
to make
got
it
it
into
lined
this.
up and it's just
For real,
knocking
that's
it
what I was
back.
thinking. That's exactly
Or
what I was
like
thinking.
yeah,
little
round of
little
shots.
doses of that bile into like a soup and shit, and we just eat that shit. I've tried it. I never knew what it was, but it was super bitter. But my dad was like, "Hey, don't be a pussy, dude." And I'm like,
Hey, you gotta remember, my boy Luke's got a foot fetish, man. He be.
I
Sucking,
don't have a foot
I do
fetish.
He be
remember
sucking
that.
on them chicken.
No,
feet.
I
Wake
What?
up in the morning looking at her feet.
Yep, that's what he.
so
be doing.
no, they only say I have a foot fetish because I'm a sneakerhead.
No,
Yeah,
you
you
be
like
I
sucking
chicken.
on them
collect.
chicken
No,
feet.
I don't. What?
tongue in
I
between each
don't. I don't
toes.
even eat chicken feet. I know how to, but
That's
I
what
don't
they
eat
all
it
I
say.
don't like chicken feet either.
because it's
That's
just,
a weird.
that's
food.
so much work.
That-
You be gnawing on the
that is a
nail and
weird
shit.
food.
No, I
You be
don't.
picking your tooth with the nails.
You've never seen me eat chicken
Ew.
feet. You've never seen
Yuck.
me eat chicken
Same.
feet because I've
Gross.
never eaten it.
Same.
Because I know it's like you don't eat the inside. It's just the skin. It's the membrane you eat. I think. But
Only someone that would eat it would know.
I live with Asian people, Justin. I think I know how people would eat the chicken feet.
Yeah, Asians love chicken feet.
He said Dan opened the freezer and saw pizza rolls. He said Luke opened the freezer and saw chicken feet.
That is true.
Yeah, that reminds me of when we went on our freaking we went on vacation to a little cabin, and we accidentally pulled up to the wrong fucking cabin, and our driver pulls up and he's like, "Here we are, everybody." After like 3 hours on the road, everyone hops out and we're so excited to come check out this cabin, and we're like pleasantly surprised because it was a lot bigger than what he was showing us. It was.
Dude, it was a whole house.
Yeah,
man.
it was
wasn't
a
even just
whole
cabin.
house. It had like a barn. It had like a nice patio and everything. And then we go inside and we see freaking shoes on the ground. We see photos on the wall. We see like a laptop on a desk. And most of all, we go up to the sink and this fucking sink is filled to the brim with fucking chicken feet.
Yeah,
And
dude.
we're like,
Jesus
we're
Christ.
literally like, okay, like something ain't adding up here. Why, if this is a cabin they're renting out, why is there food here? And why is there like valuables like a laptop just sitting out here? And dude's like, "Oh shit, bro! I think we have the wrong house."
two of us had to use the bathroom too, so we went to go use their own bathroom.
I didn't even go inside, but my people's was all the way
All up
inside
in
their
the
house.
exploring the
'Cause it was
crib,
unlocked.
exploring the barn.
we just thought this was it.
Dog.
I couldn't just imagine though, like if those people were home, and then
Or they just got
pulled,
home.
Yeah,
Oh
they,
my
they
God.
pulled home. You know, this is like a really like isolated crib too. So we kind of had to drive like down a little lonely road and down like
Yep.
a little lonely driveway to get to it. I couldn't have imagined how they must have felt just like knowing that strangers were walking around their house. And I mean, they're lucky we weren't pieces of shit. We could have definitely took their shit. But
Yeah.
Nah, for context though, where we went is on the way other side of the state, which is way more like country isolated. Where there's like a house.
it's nice down there.
Where there's like one house per mile.
Uh,
So
yeah.
and like I said, the people were in their house, bro, and they pretty much just left, like as we pulled up. Like not really, but like maybe 5-10 minutes before we.
somebody forgot an ingredient from Walmart, so they had to go back, but they had to defrost the chicken feet while
Pretty
they're
much,
doing
man.
it.
Thank God, man, because I guess it would have been better if they were home, so we could like pull up. Like, oh my gosh, this is not. This is, we show the directions. Like, hey, we try to go here. This is where it told us to go. But
Nah, the driver just fucked up, plain and simple. You know who you are.
yeah,
You know who you are.
He's not ashamed of it. We can...
Fuck that driver.
Dunk.
Nah,
Shout out
it's
to
funny.
Duncan, man.
It was funny. It happened.
shot him right in the foot.
We got a funny experience out of
Yeah,
it.
it's a funny experience. We don't shit on Duncan while it. It's just funny.
Yeah, we do.
It's
Nah.
just funny.
But eventually, we did make it to the right cabin, which was like a half mile down the road.
Small cabin.
Small
yeah,
cabin.
super small. We had what, 8 people with us? We took 2 cars. No, yeah,
I rode. I
6.
rode with Dan and.
It was
Duncan.
6.
Or with Luke.
it was 6.
Because I remember I was already
6 cars.
pre-gaming on the way there.
Yeah,
God
And he's
damn.
like, hey, bro, chill.
I didn't have my driver's license either, but I was driving in the Highlander,
Yo.
and I drove all the way over there and then all the way back.
Bro, I bought
What'd you guys go there for?
Just so.
This was
Okay.
our first like trip that we.
So
planned
this,
together.
so this
Oh,
is
okay.
young Bo's.
Yeah, young
idea.
Bo's idea. Well, it started off that
As
he's
a
like,
Facebook
"Hey,
post. As a Facebook post.
who wants to go to Japan?"
Yep. Started off with that, and it started off with another Facebook post, and he was like, "Hey man, who trying to do this cabin trip with me?" And then a lot of people commented, were like, "Dude, this sounds really dope." It was like right after high school. And he was like, "This is really dope. Let's just make a group chat and shit." We make a group chat. It's like more than like it, basically the whole group of our original group instead of you, Tristen, since you weren't
Yeah.
there.
Few,
And then
few girls too.
yeah, a few other girls
Did
too
you?
from our past, but none of them came. Devon was really adamant on going. Young SO was very adamant of going.
B.O.
And the next thing you know, a week before, so they had the idea, but they weren't planning it. So Duncan and I were mainly planning it. So as we were planning it, a couple weeks before, Young XO and Devon just backed out.
So for context, it was supposed to be like 9-10 of us, but it turned out to be only 6 of us.
Yeah, and
Oh,
they backed out of the
Always how
fucking.
trips go.
They backed out of the fucking cabin trip, and we're like, well, what the fuck? Duncan paid for the whole goddamn place, and yeah, he paid for the whole place. His dad didn't want him to because he didn't know like the plan because
Yeah, it's,
we're all
it's
young
too
and still-
unreliable.
it's too unreliable, and Duncan still lives in the place that he lives now, which is far away from us.
Yeah.
So he still he still rented out the cabin and shit. And then everything just kind of fell apart, but we were just like, all right, let's just hold on to these people that really want to go, which is the rest of us 6, and we just pay for Duncan to pay our part to getting the cabin, so he doesn't have to trip and shit.
Yeah.
So we all go, and it turns out my girlfriend had to work the next day, and then I had to go back home the day after, and then it was a very small cabin. All of us, except me and my girlfriend, everybody else were big dudes in a small, tight-ass cabin. It's smaller than this office, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was very small, very like tight and compacted and shit. But I wasn't there to experience much because I was with my girlfriend. It was kind of a bad idea because it was like the rest of the guys and then me and my girlfriend. So I was like, it was just weird.
Honestly, though, that was the first time I really got to meet your girlfriend. Though.
Yeah.
I think so, honestly, yeah.
Yeah. But, she was comfortable. She was fine. It's just she had to work the next day, and then I had to go back into town to,
Yeah. He basically, it was supposed to be a whole weekend trip, and then he had to go back to Lero next day.
Yeah.
Damn.
After we got there.
So a side story is my boy Adam and Duncan wanted to go canoeing, but they didn't have no canoe. So I like walked down like half a mile and I found a canoe in like the river / like on the beach kind of or
Yeah.
whatever, the mud, and I like drag it back to our campsite. and I can't swim, mind you, so I'm not going canoeing. And Adam and Duncan are like, I go canoeing. These boys, man. I'll let Adam tell you, man.
We went canoeing for probably like a good hour or 2 hours, and after a while we came across, I don't know, it was like a slow river, and then it kind of merged into a larger river with a more powerful current.
Mhm.
So we saw it and we're like, fuck it, we'll just keep going. And then eventually we were going down the river for a good 15 minutes, and we're like, okay, I don't see anywhere we're gonna fucking stop. So we turned our rowboat around our canoe, and we're going against the fucking current. We're struggling so fucking hard to go against the current.
Jesus.
We're spinning around in circles and shit. It was insane.
Did your life flash before your eyes?
That was cool. We did tip over.
Okay.
We didn't.
It
We didn't
I would have won.
we didn't tip over or nothing, but it was just we kept spinning out. I remember we were going against the current, and then we got fucking stuck by a bush, or it was sticks or something. It was stabbing the fuck out of us, and it was if we didn't keep rowing, then the river current would keep pushing us against the sticks. So it was all right, bro, we gotta fucking haul.
We gotta get the fuck out of here, because if we don't, we're gonna get.
And that current was I don't know. It was right along the edge of the state, and I think it was actually a pretty well-known river that we merged into. And it was just freaky because I had no idea whether, if we kept going, whether or not I'd ever see my friends again.
And for reference, the canoe where we started, it was ankle deep, maybe a little bit.
I don't know how deep the water was.
No, it was very, very shallow, because I could stand in it and it wasn't even going to my knee yet. Because we could barely get the canoe down it.
Yeah, Vato, we needed you there with us,
No,
bro.
I would have died there.
So wait. You mean to tell me that you went canoeing for an hour or two, went down this river with a strong ass current, ended up having to fucking paddle against the current,
Yes,
and then paddle against the current to keep you from bumping into these sticks? You did all that in someone else's canoe.
That's right. we just Justin found a fucking random ass metal canoe, and where the fuck do we find those paddles? We
Might
found
as well.
There was some paddles hanging out too, and we're like, shit, let's go.
Dude, Justin
I
does
don't
things
have
with
no
no
life.
hesitation. We
Might
gotta
as well,
remember
shit.
this. He picked up 2 fucking buckets of popcorn from the trash. No hesitation.
And another story for reference.
Did you take a potted plant too?
No.
Oh my
Is that
God.
when you left it outside your fucking...
Dude, so we were at my
Oh
old
my
apartment and
God.
shit, and my apartment complex, we have porches and shit. So a few apartments down, there's this person that had a potted plant hanging from the porch and shit, right? So I invited all the guys over. I'll make some food. We were gonna actually watch The Conjuring, or a scary movie. We were gonna watch the new Conjuring. And then for some reason, did we take shots? You don't want to do that. Did we take shots? I think it's either we took
I don't
shots or we were drinking. But I know Vato definitely drinks all the time, so he was drinking the whole time.
He's
And
And he
water.
got super fucking drunk to where he needed some air. He walks up from my apartment complex. I live on the bottom floor, in the basement. And then he goes out, walks along the fucking field, finds his potted plant, brings it inside, and he places underneath my stairs. And I come out, I'm like, what the fuck did you go? He's like, oh, I don't know. And then next thing you know, I go outside to see if he puked anywhere. You gotta fucking clean this shit. He puked somewhere. And I come back in, I see a fucking green thing underneath my stair. I'm like, is that a plant? Did you bring a fucking potted plant outside in here? And he's like, yeah. He started geeking. I'm like, bro, bring that shit back out there. He brings it out, goes to the front of a apartment complex, places it at another area where there's more potted plants. So it's somebody else's potted plant, essentially,
Yeah.
but you place it into another person's front door. And then he just acted like nothing happened. I'm like, bro, you gotta bring that shit back. I'm like, dude,
Just relocating this potted plant,
Jesus.
They found a new home.
Bro, that's like my daughter's birthday. This motherfucker took the trash can and chucked it halfway across the fucking yard.
that, and for your daughter's birthday, we went across the street to get some fucking what?
Yeah,
So-
these motherfuckers went across the street, got
Margaritas.
some margaritas. That
Again,
look
bro.
recent. Yeah.
So yeah, so we were celebrating Tristan's daughter's birthday at his apartment, and everybody was just downstairs just eating cake and shit. And then Justin wanted to get out and get some air. So me already, I'm like, that's not a good sign. So I'm like, just for being the most, like, ideally the most responsible or one to be responsible, I go outside with him, and he's like, fuck, bro, I'm in the mood for a margarita. You want to go across the street to get some margaritas? I'm like, I was contemplating, I'm like, do we really want to? If anything, we'll just go over there, just grab a margarita. If we're able to bring it out, I don't think we were able to take it out. So we weren't. So we had to stay there and drink the whole margarita and shit. But I'm like, all right, it shouldn't be taking that long. Next thing you know, we go across the street. He's already drunk, and when he's drunk, he talks a lot. So there's this dude, I think from Chicago, hardcore Chicago Bulls fan, and Justin comes over here talking to him about the Bucks, and then they're just having a conversation about basketball for like a couple hours. And Dakota's wife actually works at that restaurant, and I was just chopping up with her, and I'm just looking around waiting for Justin because he's taking forever. He's just having an hour-long conversation. I'm like, bro, we should get back there. He's like, no, I gotta talk to this dude. Chicago Bulls, Milwaukee Bucks, fucking people are totally different. And he has that conversation with him the whole time, and I'm like, we gotta go back. And we go back, everybody, where the fuck were you guys? And I was like, that's this dude. This dude went to go get a margarita and never came back. Explain yourself.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Hey, it was a good.
You show up for my daughter's birthday and you leave to go get drunk.
I didn't leave. I didn't leave to get drunk.
I was already drunk when he showed up. No, I was just kidding. Nah, but yeah, no, that was
a funny
that was
segment.
hilarious.
Typical Vato shenanigans.
But back to the camping. There was this one time where there's like a little like kind of like restaurant on the corner of the road we were staying on, about a half mile down from the campsite.
Oh shit, I remember.
Okay, so then they had Wi-Fi there, and I don't have data, so I would go.
Well, we know that.
I would go connect to the Wi-Fi down there, and I didn't want to walk, so I was wandering around the campsite, and I found a bicycle.
That's right.
He found a bike.
I remember
It
it.
is, well, was it a girl's bike?
No, it
It was a good mountain bike.
It was a man's mountain bike,
Oh,
and
okay.
I remember
Oh my
biking.
God.
It was like a antique shop, and then there was the restaurant next door. And I biked all the way to the restaurant, and I was just chilling, like calling my friends and shit, like my parents. And I remember these group of like girls pulled up on me, bro, like some redneck ass girls, man. And I was scared for my life. And because they drove past the restaurant, and they went down the road, and then they come back. I see them go again, and then the third time they pull into the restaurant. I'm like, okay, the restaurant's closed right now. I'm only here for the Wi-Fi. And there's a whole group of girls pulling up on me. What is going on? And these girls are like, hey, how you doing? Like, you want to get in the car?
Hell no.
And that's what I'm thinking, bro. I'm like, first of all,
I'm not actually. You should have.
I don't know anywhere. No. I don't know anybody in this area. I don't even know the area.
You're brown, and these are redneck ass hillbillies.
Yeah, I could end up somewhere I don't want to end up.
You can end up naked.
Yeah.
Were they at least good
Naked
looking?
and afraid.
If they were good looking, I would have fell for it.
So I would say like
Were they good looking?
two. Two were good looking, and two were like, aight.
Nah, I see.
Hey,
yo, you should have ride with.
Guarantee
No, that's
the
still
two
not-
pretty good looking ones would have hooked you up with the ugly ones, because that's
That's
usually
usually
what
how it
happens.
goes.
Yeah.
Always how it goes.
But I'm not trying to do that, man.
Yeah.
I just came for the
understand.
Wi-Fi.
So why the fuck did you go down there for the Wi-Fi? What
This
did
was
you
crazy
need
because I
specifically
literally I remember we were having like a bonfire and it's like fucking 1 a.m. It's like, dude, where the fuck is Justin? And then I remember I walked my ass down to that fucking thing and I just see him sitting there and he's on the phone. And I'm like, oh shit, like what's good? What you doing? He's just sitting there. He's fucking drunk on the phone and he's talking.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, all right, well, you're lit here. I'm gonna go back to the bonfire. Deuces.
what did you need the Wi-Fi for?
Man, I just had to call my people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you gotta think about it. Technically, I wasn't drinking driving though.
Actually, no, that actually still I believe that still actually
That's
qualifies
that's
as OWI.
OWI. Operating while I'm talking.
OWI, and it doesn't matter what you're operating.
But I was
Yeah.
on my own power, my own steering, and my own bandwidth.
And
We
honestly,
weren't even 21 yet.
that town is like, I don't think I saw a single fucking officer in that town. It was
Hey,
so
Mexico
small.
is 18.
It could have been a mission.
It was
Mexico's 18.
super small town.
Yeah, it could
like,
have just been like a mission.
less than like 500 people.
That's why I'm not trying to go with
Jesus.
them. I could end up in the barn.
Hills have eyes.
What do you
type
mean?
shit.
Just
Hills have
you just
eyes.
gotta populate 501 people.
Yeah.
Or since there was 4 of them, 504.
Dog, I would end up on the chopping block.
That is true.
Or pig roasted.
Or they would have. I don't know.
They're probably just looking for.
You
a
know
garden-
what-
They're probably
you know
just
what
looking
they
for a
would've done?
gardener.
No.
They're probably looking for some colored person with blue eyes and are just like, this guy's a writer.
No,
He got blue eyes.
He's got good
Double my
genes.
chances to get a blue-eyed kid.
I actually do think it's interesting though how it was like, did you ever feel like threatened at all? Because I can imagine that inverse scenario happening to a girl in that situation being even more terrifying for them.
Oh no, I wasn't like scared for my life.
Did you just feel like the vibe was off?
But I felt like
Uncomfortable.
I felt like a guy like in the scenario that a guy is hollering at a girl, like she's not just like a piece of meat, whatever. She's a woman,
Right.
so that's how I felt like. I
I'm
felt
not
like
just a piece of
meat.
He's like, I'm not a piece of meat. I'm not just a piece of lengua you can suck on.
I'm not just a piece of lengua.
I felt like I was violated.
Yeah.
Like people pulling up on me, like telling me pretty much to get in the trunk.
Yeah.
Like, that's a no go.
I like how you say that now, but earlier we were driving around and you were just seeing people, like women just walking along the sidewalk. He does his fucking flirting whistle.
The cat call whistle. Let me hear
The
it.
cat call whistle.
Hey,
But it's not just.
let's hear your cat call.
Because
Whistle.
I can't whistle.
I can't whistle either. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
There we go.
But hey, I'm not violating
No,
their
no,
rights
no.
because I'm not hollering at them.
He's not doing it disrespectfully.
It's just a whistle.
Yeah,
It's honestly just
Well, hey, let me holler at you. Okay.
it's acknowledgement.
Just
It's
scream.
acknowledgement.
It's a compliment.
But if anything, like women would would
That
understand your
yeah.
feeling too, because
That-
that is a very uncomfortable situation. You know?
Yeah, and just think a lot of women probably feel
Because
like
if someone
that.
yells like, "Damn,"
so they just drove off and left you alone after you said no, or what?
thank God, yeah, they did. I know. I hopped on my bike, started biking back.
How did they look? Did they look
What if
like
they followed
skinny?
you?
Did they look thin, or did they look like Abby from The Last of Us Part 2?
Hey,
If they look like Abby from Part 2, dude, you're fucked.
Nah,
they
they're
were-
probably big
Damn.
bitches.
If they
Big
would have
country
followed me
bitches.
back to the campsite, man, my people was there.
That's facts.
And
And
they
Dad would
got-
have hooked up with them.
They got a level. They got a level
That is
mind.
true.
They said it would have been an orgy.
So, no, it would have been alright if they
They
would
said
have
we
back
would
to
have
the
all
campsite.
hopped in with
Yeah,
them.
maybe it could have turned into a party.
But
In that small
no, I feel like as soon as they saw Dan, bro, they would have hit the road.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Short hair Dan, baby face.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's when Gru didn't steal the moon.
Did not steal a moon. Do not do him like that.
I definitely do think we should try to do another camping trip.
Yeah,
in the
I
I
future.
would definitely be down.
We
honestly.
definitely think about it here and there, even going like out of town, because you know that's number one thing. Ever since that happened, Duncan just, which is understandable, Duncan just backs out of it to like not wanting to plan because it's like, bro,
Well, yeah, understand.
Yeah,
he was
'cause
the one
he's
that
like-
paid for it.
yeah,
so.
he's the one that paid for it. That's why I understand with them. So more so, he's just like he likes to look at me and he likes to look at Adam to kind of be more responsible with planning.
Yeah.
And it's like it's understandable too. Like whenever he comes up from the place that he's at, which is like a couple hours away.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Fucking suck
But-
it up, bro.
But yeah, he would look to me and just say like, you know, I can we like at least when I come up, can we have like a special moment? It's not gonna be another day that I'm gonna be here. I don't want any smoking around me. I don't want any of this around me. I just wanted to be a good time with the guys. So, and then I have to make that rule, that whole stipulation inside the group chat to be like, we can't smoke around this dude because he just doesn't like that shit.
Yeah.
You guys have to respect that, and if you guys want to act some certain sort of way, then act it, and don't come do it at my crib while I have Duncan. So, and I just took the host responsibilities, and he respected that. So,
Well, I mean, what was it? I was telling you earlier how I was gonna just start like, even if I had to do it by myself, I'd still like take trips to somewhere, even if it's just,
Yeah.
just by myself. Like, fuck it, just to get out and explore.
yeah,
live life. And
definitely
shit.
could, but you also got to remember it's very uncomfortable to do it by yourself because you're not gonna rely.
Oh yeah.
Like if you're anxious, if you have a lot of anxiety, right, and you think the plan to kind of open that anxiety up is to go out of town and explore by yourself, you're gonna fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta plan these things out. You can't do everything like
No, you can't.
you
just
can't wing it. You cannot wing
impulse.
it.
Yeah, just on impulse.
yeah.
Why not?
Because
I mean,
if you
some
wing
things
it,
you can, but I mean, other times it.
oh,
probably
I'm not
best
saying you
to.
can't wing it like at all. I'm just saying at some moments you can, but the whole trip you can't just wing it. If you wing it, you turn out like Young XO and Devon. I'm not going to the cabin.
Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, I've always wanted to travel ever since my sophomore year in high school because my geography teacher he backpacked through Europe.
Oh, yeah.
And that actually happened with him. The dude he was supposed to backpack was backed out on him, and he said, "Screw it, I'll just go do it myself."
It's a lot of pressure,
He
though,
paid
dude.
$2,000 for like a pass to where he get on a train through different countries and shit. and he paid like $2,000 for it. Had just whatever was in his backpack on his back and traveled all through Europe.
I know
Went
why
to
he wants to
Germany and
travel.
shit.
You want to travel to test your native skills.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
see if
that's
you're up to
totally
bar.
what- No, I want to go take other people's land
And my
see
boy
how-
don't like
I want to
smoke.
see how it feels.
Duncan doesn't like smoking. But you got to remember, he sends smoke signals.
Oh my god, he's
You're
racist.
so stupid, dude.
He don't like smoking. He sends smoke signals. He's racist.
But yeah, we definitely got to get like a fucking cabin trip or even like a trip out of town together. But it's so hard to have everybody be on the same page while they're too focused on the idea of it, but they don't focus on the actual execution. Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Everyone loves to fucking throw the idea out there, but when it comes time to actually start planning shit,
I would definitely.
no
love
one's
it.
there to be fucking seen.
And I don't wanna-
No one's there to help find locations. No one's there to plan dates. No one's there.
No
to
one's
fucking
there to
keep talking.
we definitely
about it.
have a lot of
hotels,
people.
Get the prices.
We have
and
people
shit.
in the group chat to give the idea of like, damn, I want to go to California for my birthday. We know who we're talking about. I'm not saying his name because it's gonna be shitting on him too much, but it's just it's just for it's just advice. But
Well,
anyway,
yeah, he wanted to go this year.
Yeah, he wanted
'cause
to go this
I
year.
was gonna go with him, but when it came time, he's like, nah. He's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have enough money, so I might just have to plan for it next year.
That
yeah,
fucking Ninja
that
Turtle.
happened the year before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was supposed to go the year before. That didn't happen, and then he projected for this year, and that didn't happen. So every time somebody asks me the idea, I'm like, sure, I'm down with that. But you gotta be down as much as I am down, because I'm not putting as much work as you should be, because this is your idea.
Yeah.
I'll help you with everything and all that. I'll give you my advice to plan shit, but just know that I'm a very paranoid person.
Yeah.
Like I don't like being in big crowds and shit. I can manage to make other people comfortable and shit, but it's like I don't know what I'm doing out there, and it's kind of hard for me to be comfortable in somewhere I'm not used to.
Yeah, it's definitely
So-
hard to be like to socialize and
Yeah.
put yourself out there.
I
like
feel you
that.
too because you can't
But-
see over the crowd.
Yeah, no,
Damn.
even on my tippy toes, I can't see
Damn.
shit.
Yeah, so I guess it'd be really easy to fucking lose people too. Then.
Get-
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like,
But
Damn, I never even really thought.
I ain't
about
gonna lie,
that.
though,
Short
that's-
people
that's-
in crowds must have
that-
it fucking extra.
dude,
tough.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
horrible. Like,
God
imagine going to the
damn.
mall.
you
Okay,
smell more farts than
You
smell
ass.
dog, not to just to shit on my girl for a little bit, right? You know she's shorter than me, right? So
Mhm.
whenever we're at the mall, there's a lot of people at the mall. She likes to find the smallest little gaps to squeeze through while I'm trying to hold her hand, but I'm stuck behind these two fucks that are in between. So I can't. So I get pissed.
I see.
I
She's
get
trying
pissed.
To maneuver through people.
Yeah, I get pissed, and then I don't yell at her, but I give her like, hey, you need to slow the fuck down. Because I'm just like, you can't be maneuvering through these people, and she doesn't look back, so she goes forward, and she's like 18 people in front of me. So I get pissed. I'm like, you have to look back. You got to realize I'm not as small as you, and you have to be very slow because people are assholes and can bump into you. I don't like people touching me.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's going to maneuver in front of these small people, and if we have like a group of people, and then she goes in front, she won't look back. So I get super pissed and paranoid.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Because I'm like,
But
you're being a
honestly,
bad host, and
The best
and all
place to
that
do
shit.
that at though, the festival. That's what I want. I want to go to a festival.
I can't have people touching me.
Hey,
Shoulder
man.
to shoulder shit, like constantly.
Yeah, see,
Oh.
I probably wouldn't be shoulder to shoulder unless it's like an artist I really want to see.
See, no, I don't think
But-
it's worth it because if you're not a festival, if you're not like at the couple front, like close to the close to the stage, it's just not worth it. But I don't know.
Honestly,
Maybe it's different if I'm there.
With some festivals, you prefer to be farther from the stage because like the festivals I mainly want to go to are like EDM festivals. So usually those stages, they're fucking big ass fucking displays and like big as fuck. And then like it's like
I mean, that makes
you
sense.
being up close is nice, but like being far away and seeing that, because a lot of them will have like fireworks go off and they'll have it go off like along the outline of the fucking stage and shit, and it looks, it's a lot more.
Yeah,
I guess better to look at.
I know what you mean.
It's like instead of sitting like in the front row at a movie theater and having to keep your head cocked back and looking up, it's as opposed to sitting all the way in the back to where you can just see the fucking screen a lot easier.
Well, But just to put it out there, I just wanted to I just wanted to say that just because, to have high hopes on something, you have to work for it instead of just putting it out there and expecting somebody to help you achieve that.
Well,
You
now
know,
that I don't have
spitting.
125 pounds to worry about, I can just do shit on my own. So,
Yeah.
now whenever I want to plan something, and if someone wants to plan it with me and they back out, I'm just gonna say,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
do it
yeah.
myself.
To let you boys know, there is a place over by Fond du Lac. Got a good ass campsite close to home, like 30, 45 minutes. drive
You
there.
should do it.
So, and they got campsites all
That's a good.
around.
Yeah,
so
that's a good. That's all I was saying. Like, we don't need to fucking
It's
go
not
to a
super
cabin,
far.
bro. Like,
I mean, we don't need to.
why
go
don't we
like
just
across
fucking
country either?
we just need to find like a fucking isolated, campsite.
Rent an
and-
Airbnb.
I
We
know,
all
I know
just
that
be
boy,
together.
the Ninja
Well, I mean,
Turtle's
like-
been there with me.
I mean, like we could just find like a fucking campsite, come
Uh-huh.
up and do like actual old school fucking camping
Oh,
with
yeah,
like
dude.
in a
Tents
tent
and shit.
sleeping bags and shit, and outside with fire.
cooking with
Exactly.
fire and shit.
Ooh, I want to do
Like,
some
you don't
catch
need to
and
go
cook
far.
shit,
You don't
bro.
need to go far to do
No,
that.
it's all
We just
by
gotta
the
find
kettles.
Just gotta find a
I
campsite.
think it's the
Do you
closest
know how to
campsite
fillet a
around.
fish?
Yeah,
Yeah.
here and there. I don't usually do it because my girlfriend's allergic to seafood,
Yeah.
so I'm not
That shit's
really
nasty.
around
anyway.
that shit.
Fuck you.
I ain't gonna lie. I do like some fish if it's prepared correctly. For
I-
me, I
yeah.
feel like if I eat when I eat fish, usually the only time I actually like eating it is whenever it's prepared to the point where it tastes like chicken. Fuck you. I know you're
that's
gonna
right.
say some shit about me being native.
Yeah,
bitch.
that makes
I
sense.
already see it coming.
No. You like big girl fish.
What? What? I thought you want to say some stupid shit like he fishes with a spear. Like I thought
I mean,
that's
he
what
did
you-
say some stupid shit 'cause I don't really understand what he said.
You like big girl fish?
Bitch, are you talking about the bald bitch?
Oh,
You
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Is that what you're referencing?
No,
right now?
no.
That bitch built like a puffer fish.
Oh my god.
No,
Oh,
but
my
Tristan do be fishing with spears still.
And a bow and arrow.
Hey, dude, I bet spearfishing would be fun as fuck.
Nah,
though.
dude. Yes.
bow fishing is fucking fun. Where you use a bow.
Oh yeah,
a bow
definitely.
and arrow. Because then
And it has that little the reel on it.
And it'll have the reel on it, and you have to
Wow.
you stand there at the edge of
really?
the boat, and you cock that fucker back, and
Wow,
you sit
so
there
it's
and
on.
follow.
Wow,
It's
that's
on a
so
line.
cool.
It's on a line, and
It's
then
on
you
a
roll
line.
it back.
It's like a fucking bow and arrow harpoon almost.
No,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
lying. He's lying. He used to fish with the spear with the
Yeah,
little string
yeah.
around his arm. He used to go like this with his arm.
You're so stupid. But anyways, like there's also different ways of spearfishing too, because you can actually spearfish underwater
Yeah.
to where you have like a rubber band like wrapped around your hand and shit, like from your palm to the back of your palm, and then you can bring the spear all the way back to your forearm, and then you hold on
launch
to it
that
tight
fucker.
while you're swimming, and then you go underneath the water and you just let go, and it's that amount of force the rubber band is gonna kick back or push it forward,
Interesting.
and then fucking spear the fish.
Huh.
But the way the spears work too is that it's like it can be a 4-point spear. It's not gonna be those typical spears you see like
yeah.
a Tristen would use.
No,
Yeah.
honestly, he doesn't.
It has to be 4-point because it's like a hook. It has to
Yeah.
hook them before, like
He doesn't even.
Yeah,
he
I
doesn't
know
even
what
fish
you
with spears, man. He just uses his bare ass hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
He's
like
in
on
there.
Mulan, where they just reach in the fucking river and snatch one out real quick.
That's based off his family.
It's based off
Mulan.
his family.
No, Mulan. The Hans are actually Moon people.
Are they?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
I think my sister told me.
So
about
those are
that.
your ops. Did y'all slide on Mulan?
I knew I
That
saw
was
you in
the-
that movie.
Yeah, we slid on Mulan. What do you mean?
Hmm.
What do you mean?
I knew I saw your
Well,
dad.
I can
up
get
in
the
that
smoke.
movie.
Y'all,
I got an eagle.
Y'all got buried in the
I
snow.
got a
popped out?
flying hawk.
Hey.
You ate that too, right?
Huh?
Oh my god.
But speaking back to the big crowds and maneuvering through people, me and my boy Adam over here, we went to when the Bucks won the finals.
2021.
Oh,
Game
Yeah, I
6
bet
of the
that was
NBA
lit.
Finals.
Bucks
Oh
in 6,
my
baby.
God. What a fantastic night.
Over 60,000 people in Deer District.
I think that was the biggest crowd. That I've
the
ever been a
most
part of.
people ever in Deer District in Milwaukee history, man. Shout out my boy Giannis, Drew Holiday, Brooke Lopez,
Better
man.
name off the whole roster now.
Bobby Portis.
Better name off the whole fucking championship roster.
PJ Tucker.
He's gone now, but
And
we still
then-
got love for him
and then
now.
he got interviewed the next day while you were
No,
eating.
the day before.
The day
I got
before he
interviewed.
was
Oh, yeah, that's
interviewed.
right. Vato was on freaking national television.
Yeah.
So I was at Game 5 in Milwaukee. It was
Selling
in Phoenix
tacos.
though. Game 5 was in Phoenix,
Selling
and they came back
tacos.
for Game 6. But we were watching on the live screen in Deer District. Me and my cousin, and we drank, so we were just chilling, having a good
I
time.
thought you were at a restaurant.
Yeah, they're
The
at a
night
breakfast.
before, the
Yeah.
night before we were at the restaurant, and the night after the game.
The day
Yeah.
after, you mean?
Oh, the day after, my bad. We were a little hungover, you know what I mean, from drinking all night, cheering the Bucks on, and we went to
A breakfast.
a brunch
Restaurant.
spot called
AJE.
no, it was called
we went
My
there.
Fishers.
Oh,
Mob Fish.
My Fishers off North Ave, and we're just sitting there eating breakfast. You know what I mean? I still got my shout out Adam, man, got me the Bucks jersey for my birthday.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
You were wearing that Bucks jersey.
I was wearing the Bucks jersey with Milwaukee on my chest. And I was sitting there just eating, man. And my cousin was feeling like shit, so we went to the bathroom. I don't know if he hurled or
Probably.
doing some bathroom shit, but he was gone for a minute though. And I remember just eating my bacon and eggs and shit, just chilling there. And this dude came up to me, and I thought he was the owner of the restaurant. Cause I'm like, who the fuck is gonna come up to me and be like, hey, how you doing? But then I saw the mic in his hand, and he was like to my face with it. And then I seen the cameraman. I look up, I see the cameraman behind him. He's like, hey, can we interview you? And I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just chilling.
He's like, fuck it, get us away.
So,
No. This is before the Vato was born.
Yeah.
Nah, but like in the restaurant, he asked me like 6-7 questions, like just random questions, like how you feeling about the Bucks? If you had a message for the Bucks, what would you tell them?
What was your message?
Yeah, what was your message?
Dude,
I'll play it. I'll play it if you are. Do you want them to see your face?
They're gonna see it regardless one day. So
Yeah. Okay. So I'll put the clip of the interview into the fucking video now.
The excitement is echoing throughout the city. The size and scope is almost hard to digest.
It's great to see everyone come together. Just have a great time and enjoy the day.
Breakfast at Ma Fisher's, and everyone keeps talking about the win from the night before.
It was really exciting.
But
the question of the video was, how do you feel? How do you feel about the Bucks with the people, the community coming together? And I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, you gonna see the video. But
It's so funny too, because after that, I think after that interview, they were panning, like they were getting some B-roll shots of the restaurant, and then one of the shots captured Vato just sitting in front of the camera, and he's trying not to look at the camera, but he couldn't stop, so he looked at the camera and looked down really quick. He's like, "Oh shit!" It was so funny.
It's like when you're trying to see if your crush is looking at you.
Yeah, and I think they just interviewed him, and it was just such a funny ass segment, dude.
no, it was my first time ever being on camera.
TV, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And,
No, not on camera, on TV.
and when the dude has a mic to your face,
Yeah, the pressure's on.
Yeah.
The pressure's on now.
You
You
gotta
better
be
not
smart
say
with what you
something
say.
stupid.
like whatever you say is forever.
You have to be smart with what you say. You
My
can't
name
just
is
go.
Justin.
You can't just have the microphone up your face. Hey man, shout out to Giannis, man.
Yo,
shout out to Bobby
my,
Portis,
shout out
man.
to my bro
I don't know.
Giannis.
You could be like that fucker right in the pussy guy, and then
Oh
you're just
my
known,
God,
you're just
dude.
known forever as that.
No, I got a little
But
more
they
class.
they had to cut it up though. It wasn't live. It was
it was pre-recorded.
yeah, it was pre-recorded because you remember at that clip they asked him 7 questions. They only showed 1 question.
Yeah.
Even then, they didn't even show him interviewing the question. It's just his answer.
But I remember this this lady came in with like yellow lipstick on, a yellow shirt on, no Bucks gear, but just yellow shit, and she was like very charismatic, charismatic, and she had a lot of energy. She's like, "Ooh, like Bucks and six. And I remember I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, what is she on right now? But they interviewed her, and she made the interview too. That you will see her in the video.
Hell yeah.
But
Yeah, so we kind of drifted off to the weird foods from the weird foods thing.
I mean, we're on basketball.
Yeah, technically, but we'll talk about weird foods after the break.
Yeah.
let me feel that cool.
What? What?
Hey, if you want to do you, do you. But don't do me.
Bro, this motherfucker, we were talking earlier.
Oh, we're back from break, by the way.
Welcome back.
Anyways, no, you guys are talking about eating and about shit that fills your stomach up. This guy turns and looks at you. I'll fill your stomach up.
That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what you said earlier.
I'm a great cook, man. I make great food. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
That's true.
cook off between you and me.
I cook different styles though.
I would win.
That is very true, though. It's
Oriental.
It's
and
so hard.
Hispanic.
No, let's
so
just
hard to
focus on a protein. We can do whatever the fuck
That's
we
true.
want in it. Focus on a
Steak.
protein.
ribeye steak.
Dun dun dun.
It's so easy. It's so easy.
Who makes the best?
If I get my
cheeseburger?
sous vide machine, bro, it's over.
You give me.
Said sous vide, fancy. Okay.
No, I got a pan and some oil and butter. That's all I got.
That's
And
what
some
I.
seasoning.
I was thinking about getting a sous vide machine. You know what the process is, with
Yeah,
it, right?
it's like a fucking.
It's a
like
boiler.
controlled
Very evenly-
temperature.
yeah.
For the boiling water.
It's a hot
Yeah,
tub
so
for
if
the
you
meat.
if you put it to like 140 degrees, at a boiling point, you put a vacuum sealed bag of your protein, for in this case steak. You season the steak already. You can put your garlic, you put olive oil, and then you can put your rosemary, thyme in that shit. Throw that shit in the boiler for 2 hours, 140 degrees for 2 hours, and then you take it out. The steak will turn gray. It's not a good looking steak, right?
That's why you gotta see.
Yep, that's why you gotta sear it. So you put it on a pan with oil and a little bit of butter, and then you sear it 1 minute each side. You get that crust, you get the browning of it. You baste it a little bit to definitely get even more of the browning. You cut that shit in, medium rare all around. It ain't no phases of gray or brown gray to a little bit of pink and then pink. It's just a big fat pink.
The thing is with that though, it's like it seems like it's pretty time consuming. Like you got to sit there and wait 2 hours before you can even fucking start cooking your steak. Like shit,
Yeah.
bro. Like
But you also gotta
let me pull that shit out of the fridge. Let it rest.
But you also
30
gotta-
minutes, salt it, and then
You also
throw it
gotta
on the grill.
You also got to think of the idea of like, I've never had a steak like this before. I want to get into the hype. That's kind of what I'm trying to get into. And before, I've actually thought about getting a dry ager. I want to dry age some steaks. I want to know what's the hype. I want to know what's the feeling.
You nasty.
Because I've been getting into like this YouTube channel called Kuga Foods.
Yes, sir.
He's experimenting and shit with the fucking steaks and all that. He did popcorn butter. Like, can we cook a steak in a popcorn butter? And apparently it's really good. I'm like, fuck, that looks interesting. But he likes to sous vide shit and he likes to dry age shit. So I'm like, what happens if we dry age the steak that's covered in hot sauce? And
I feel like
Shit happens
sous
with it.
vide would be definitely interesting to try, because that steak is literally like if you temp it perfectly and then you sear it, that thing it's medium rare all
Yeah.
the way through, like completely.
I'm gonna get some wing wangu at you.
that's fucked up. That's fucked up. You gotta use that catchphrase now. He does it in the group chat, but that's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
I think probably like maybe sous vide, and then you can like finish it over like a charcoal grill.
Oh,
Ooh, a
get that
charcoal
smoky
grill?
flavor.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No, I'm going to smoker.
A smoker.
Smoke a steak
Okay.
and then sear
Wood
it on
chip?
the grill.
You can do that.
Applewood.
That's called reverse searing.
Applewood.
You can reverse sear a steak where you put it inside of a smoker or like an oven or something, and then you bake it to your desired temperature, whatever. Normally people would have a probe inside of it to be
Yep.
completely accurate, so you don't
Yeah.
overbake it. And then it's basically the same thing as the sous vide, where instead of boiling it, it's in the oven, and then you would just sear it the same way. It's called reverse sear.
Now we
Oh,
battle
okay.
one day though. I got you. We're like Iron Chefs.
Iron
Iron
Chef.
Chef. But anyways, so we were gonna be talking about weird foods, weird combination of food, pickle and chocolate. Would you guys try it?
Pickle and
You
chocolate.
nasty.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
melted
I-
chocolate, you dip a pickle in it.
I would try it because I used to eat peanut butter and pickle sandwiches.
Fucking disgusting. You'd eat that
What
shit.
the fuck?
You'd eat that shit, but you wouldn't try lengua one time.
I'm good.
Fucking weird.
He said no.
Yeah, no, that's fucking weird.
I mean, on the reservation, they used to eat their own shit. So
No, the fuck we did not. They do that shit south of the border where you motherfuckers is from.
no,
south of which
that
border?
is fucked up.
That's fucked
That
up.
is fucked up. Both borders, the state and
Both
the
borders.
and the country. No, I'm just kidding.
Texas, New
Texas.
Mexico.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about New Mexico versus Old Mexico?
Old Mexico all the way.
So you don't like New Mexico?
How do you feel about Thanksgiving?
I love Thanksgiving.
But weird food. So what you brought this topic up, Adam? Was it you?
I did.
Okay, so what did you want to talk about the weird foods?
What is your weird food?
Yeah. What's your weird combination that you like?
Or
Combination?
or
Yeah.
what? Yeah. Or what is a food that everybody considers weird but you love it? Or
Pi-
even a combination that's everybody thinks
Pineapple
weird.
on pizza.
Like some pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
You fucking weirdo. Sometimes people put peanut butter in their pho.
Well, I don't even like fucking pineapple, period. So that's why it's like keep it off my pizza.
Adam's like,
love
I eat pussy.
pineapple.
Can't go wrong with eating pussy. No.
Nah, it's alright.
Pussy.
Yes.
He said yes. Pussy builds strong bones, man. Come on now.
Pussy grows your
Calcium.
pussy grows your facial hair.
Put some
Sorry
hair in your
about
chest.
that.
We have a very like
Well,
uh,
I didn't really bring this topic up
Sensitive
with,
table.
with any specific
idea.
foods in mind.
I mean, like I said,
But,
we could also
I mean, I
talk about
guess-
weird combinations.
Well, how about this? Would you all ever try puffer fish?
Hell yeah!
It's poisonous though, right?
It's got to be prepared by
A professional,
yep.
licensed person to.
yeah, like specially trained and licensed to prepare and serve puffer fish. Because if it's
Damn.
served incorrectly, it could fucking kill somebody.
Dude, even like Japanese chefs over there, like America made this shit look like it's scary ass shit, but y'all just motherfucking bitches.
Y'all just ain't doing it
Japanese
right.
chefs are just like, dude, we do this on the daily. Like, you guys are just fucking upping it up like it's
Soft.
something that's you're gonna kill if you try it.
Because we're unknown to it. That's why.
Well, yeah, of
You
course.
guys cook that shit every day, like it's a PB&J.
He's not Japanese
Hey.
though.
I'm not Japanese though.
You could be.
No, no, I'm not Japanese.
I actually do think it was interesting that I could have been Japanese because when my parents immigrated to the United States in the late 70s, we came from Laos, which was torn by civil war at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
my family was, I think my grandfather was a part of the winning side, I believe, because U.S. forces came and kind of helped clear up the area. I feel bad that I don't even know my own family's history, so I have to look more into it. But they had options. The government, like the people that came and saved a lot of the refugees from the area, they had options to go. So my family, they could have been located to France, like Canada, like Japan, United States. Like,
Damn.
it's really interesting to me that my life could have been so fucking different.
Oh yeah. Imagine you're still back in the motherlands, dude.
Yeah, I could have been fucking living out.
You would
in
have
the
been swimming in
fucking-
rice fields.
Pretty
Yeah,
much been out in
that's
rice
true.
fields, like hard as fuck, dude. Like life out there ain't no fucking joke.
Dude,
bro.
I'm in that same boat. Literally.
Would you ever want to go visit Laos?
I
That is
would
something
want-
that is really interesting to me because it's like, I would. I
I'd
don't
go.
know.
It's a wake up call.
Yeah, I definitely do think I need that wake up call just to kind
Appreciate
of appreciate
everything,
how nice things are here in America. Like, granted, America's not fucking perfect, has tons of issues, but quality of life here compared to millions of other people's quality of lives, it's pretty fucking good here.
Yeah,
I'd go
a
to
lot of
Laos
people
with
that
you
have
if you
it
had
way
family over
worse
there.
and shit.
If you could pull up and say, "This is my grandpa," or "This is my aunt, uncle."
I don't think
I'd
I have
pull
any
up.
family. Yeah, I don't think I have any.
I
family
would,
left
but it's
there.
just my parents would have to go with me, obviously. But I think I would just go for the experience, not to like, oh, this is the village where my dad was born.
Yeah, that's interesting because
That's interesting, but like I would have to go with my parents. I'm not gonna go up
Yeah.
to like random
absolutely,
Hmong people that speak that
absolutely.
Hmong shit
He said,
Mong-
"Hello,
and be
my
like-
name is Lucas."
and be like, "Do you know my dad? This name?" And they're like, "There's a lot of those. You got to be specific." And then I have to go into specifics and shit, and it's like I don't have that knowledge with me, so it's gonna be awkward.
when-
I want to go try the fucking food in Thailand.
Once you see the
In
face
Vietnam,
of the relative,
Vietnam.
man, it's over. They
Oh
already know.
my dad, my aunt looks like my dad.
They already know what's up. It's like, "Oh my gosh, it's my brother right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Come sit down. Come eat. Come eat."
I think because of the state that Laos is left in, I don't think I have any like family that stayed behind there.
Oh damn.
My grandparents live over here. My grandma that's still alive, she lives in Kansas. Both my grandfathers have already passed away. My other grandmother already passed away. So it's basically just my one grandma, and all my ties now are here in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend was actually gonna go to Laos at some point this year. I don't think she's planning to go anymore, but I told her I'm like it's a totally different place than where we are now. To where if you think that you can, I'm not like shitting on her. I'm just saying this in general. I always say this to any one of you. Just think of it as I'm saying it as one of you guys, right? So it's like if you're so comfortable in America, right, and you think you're mentally comfortable to go wherever you can, it's the same idea that we had talked about earlier about being uncomfortable and paranoid of being a place where you're not usually at. So it's like if you think you're so comfortable over here and you want to go explore over there, the things that are easily accessed here that you usually do for emergencies, for almost anything, is not the same over there. Like you don't have any self-service.
Can't even
Justin,
talk to those people.
yeah,
properly,
Justin,
bro.
you can't go find like that restaurant that has Wi-Fi. That's nowhere.
First world problems.
Yep, you're not gonna sleep on a comfortable mattress, or you're not gonna
Shit,
rent a
not even be
hotel.
warm at night.
Yeah, and it's all that things you have to consider because so many people are just so focused on the idea of it is nice and the experience would be great, but the actual execution is totally different than what you prepared.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to prepare yourself all the time, man. Because I ain't trying to sleep on the floor for a week. Hell no.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it though because you learn your past and you connect. With your
Oh yeah,
family.
definitely. I'm not saying that like you shouldn't go if you're stupid if you go and you're unprepared. I'm not saying that, but like I definitely would go, but I have to like you'd want to build yourself first and then go over there and see how it is and see how everything's going and you appreciate everything that's going on with
if,
your life.
if your
now.
girl's hearing this right now, go, 100% go. Because once you go, man, like you will forever remember that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And your family over there will forever remember that for the rest of your lives. Because once you go and you consistently can go, man, you build a whole new generation of ties. Like going back to Mexico and seeing my cousins and nephews, man, I built that whole next generation of ties. Like I got my dad's brothers and his mom and his aunts and his uncles and cousins. Well, I built ties with two, but they're only gonna be here for so long. So you got to build that next generation ties where I can go over there in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and so on, and bring my kids one day maybe, and go see the family, and I can pull up like nothing, like what's going on, and they pull up, hey, come sit down, have a dinner with us, come eat.
Connections to have a safe place to go whenever you're out there type shit.
Because they remember your face,
Yep.
your personality, who you are, who your relative is. Because if they don't know you, they judge you off who your relative is.
Yep.
So you go pull up with your dad and you say, oh, this is my dad, and your dad's got a good name over there. Come on in. But if your dad doesn't have a good name over there and he's an asshole and he talks shit to everybody, they're going to tell you to hit the street and fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. But, you know, I'm just trying to prepare everybody so they don't, like, have high expectations and get disappointed if it doesn't go the way they want it to, because I get paranoid doing that shit. But I also have a problem to kind of, like, say things that are not to be said at the wrong time. I kind of put my opinions to where people are affected by it a little bit too much. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know what you guys are saying, like, because like a lot of people, they say, oh, we want to take a summer trip to France, or we want to take a summer trip to Britain or some shit. What a lot of people don't realize is that they don't have air conditioning over there. So like, if you're gonna go in the summer,
that's something they're not even fucking thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're not even like, you don't realize that where you're gonna go, you're not gonna be able to stay cool like when you have AC and shit. Like you go to a hotel room, hotel ACs are fucking
blasting.
They're blasting fucking winter air through the fucking room. You go over there, you ain't got none. You got to open your window and hope that a breeze comes through.
Definitely the idea of going, like, taking it small first is a good idea, but don't take too many small things to where you also realize, like, if you want to go out of the country at some point in your life, right? We don't want to do too much of going out of state or even out of the city just to be still in America. Because if you're trying to go out of the country, everywhere else is considerably very different from America.
Well, I mean, you look at just different states. Different states is completely different.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, it's good, but you don't want to do it too much to where, like, okay, if I'm traveling to a different state, it's going to be the same thing of traveling to a different country, which it totally is not.
No.
My recommendation is don't get too comfortable, have fun, but stay on your pivot zone.
You also, like, a thing that I heard, too, about, like, being, like, a foreigner in another country, it's like, dude, like, ultimately, at the end of the day, you are a guest at this place, and you need to act better than its own fucking citizens that live here.
Yep. Because basically, what you're doing is like a lot of people. I've only met one actual full Canadian in person, and like, you know, I never like, you don't realize it, but like when you meet someone like that, it was like, oh, you meet the one person from Ireland, and how they act. You're gonna be like, oh, that's how they act over there. You know, just giving an impression of
it's really easy to like judge a lot of people.
Yeah, and like
people
might be like, oh, look at this. I never met an American before, but I hope I never do, because the one American I met fucking a year ago was an asshole or some shit.
But
or
you can't judge mass groups of people. You can't make.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard not to, because a lot of people do, but like, especially like whenever it's like, because you know they grow up different in their country compared to growing up different in our country.
It's true.
So it's so hard to connect with like foreign people, but if you can speak their native language, man, they will fuck with you on a whole nother level.
So
if you
Dog,
don't.
I see this white dude that goes to like different countries.
Shalma NYC.
Dude,
yeah, shout out to him, because he goes to like other countries learning their fucking language for almost a month. He executes the accents and the amount of emphasis they can put in.
Seeing the reactions.
And he executes almost everything about that language. And people know, like, even then, if you're struggling a little bit about it, they still respect it and they still think it's a good time.
Yeah, that's one thing. I'm trying to learn Laos now. It's just like I never really learned as a kid. You know, my parents would always speak to me in Laos, but I never really tried to speak back to them. I think that was my own fault. Got a little too westernized, because I remember in elementary school they put me into ELL, which is like like English learning shit.
I was in the same thing.
Foreign students. And then they realized, like, yeah, you don't need to be in here, bro. Like, clearly not. You hear how I sound. I sound white
took you
as
out?
fuck. Yeah, they took me
They
out.
kept me in.
Well, I was in there for like a few weeks, and then they took me out, and it's like, yeah, well, you seem to speak and read fine. Damn straight I do.
Yeah.
Damn straight I do.
Dog.
They kept me in.
I
I was
sound
doing
white
so
as
good,
fuck.
but my parents were like, "No, he still needs to be in there." I'm
Dog,
like, "What the fuck?"
My
That's
man
crazy.
Adam over here, man, used to play games, man, and people
Sound
used to
white as
think
fuck.
he was white.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I mean, that's pretty crazy because, like, for me, English was my second language. Yeah, I spoke my native language for like my first up until
Speak
I was like
something
4 or
in
5.
Your native language.
Pow wow.
You want me to
Say,
say,
how are you doing today?
how are you? That's either ni tu ehe or he tu ehe.
Interesting.
Didn't we
One of
talk?
them is how are you, and the other one is who are you.
We talked about something on the drive from getting off of work, and you said something that I thought was super funny, but the execution of what you were saying.
Oh
was
yeah,
super
yeah. You was how I said good morning.
Yeah.
Just hin hani washte.
Hey, honey, how was your day?
Yeah, you know, saying good morning is hin hani washte.
When are we
But
pulling up to the
for
powwow?
us-
Oh,
but for
sorry,
us,
sorry.
Hin hani, that means morning,
Head
and
honey.
washte means good.
Head honey wash day?
Hey, honey, wash day.
Hin hani.
My
And-
question is, when we pulling up to the powwow? I'm
Dude,
trying to
I
get
don't
down
know.
with some native girls.
It
And
depends
he's
on
trying to
what
eat
power.
some-
It depends what kind of power you guys trying to go to. You guys
And
trying to go to like a
powwow.
whitewash power. You're
Okay.
trying to. You ain't going nowhere doing that with me. But
How
No.
are native girls? That
They're-
is one like
Powwow.
demographic that I don't think I
He's
ever
doing
really
some
noticed. Like
stupid
native
dances.
girls,
a lot of
oh.
native dudes, like I guess, like because a lot of natives and white, like they co-mix now,
I-
right?
I-
So a lot of people, they're like, oh, like
Yeah.
you know, like my great grandfather was fucking Cherokee, so now I'm like, you know, like an 8th Cherokee or some shit now.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, it's definitely weird. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I know people that are Native American that look whiter than Fister. You know?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
some of them.
I have a cousin. His, I don't want to say his name, but his name's Hayden.
He
And-
said his name.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
wanna say his name.
but I mean, he probably won't hear this. But he's Native American. He's white with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Wow.
Hey.
You know, he has a last name like mine and shit and everything too. And so,
Wow.
but I mean, Native girls, I ain't gonna lie. When I first met Fister's wife, I thought she was Native because of how she acted. They act very similar to like Hispanics, just without like instead of the Spanish accent where they're like, you know, how he
Is it,
always
like,
does like,
white
hey,
trashy?
okay, wait. No, like, but we use it like a broken English accent. I'll be like, hey, cousin, what you doing? Like,
oh,
they're
that's
like-
interesting.
or they'll be like, fuck, this guy thinks he's wicked. Like when they're just like, you know, someone when they're like saying, oh, this guy thinks he's cool now. Instead, they'll be like, fuck, this guy thinks he's wicked.
A lot of Native Americans actually do look like Hispanic
Yeah.
from a distance.
Well-
It's just like that's why, like, you know, bringing
Yeah,
it
I
back to
can't-
the beginning of the podcast, like when we were talking about, like, it's so interesting just how, you know, these people, like, how far back do you go to their common ancestor? Like, you know, a few, you know, hundreds of people kept walking their ass miles, you know, hundreds of miles down south, and then they became the fucking, like, the Mayans and shit. Like, that's so crazy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you really think about it, like, they're like Mexicans are damn near like very close to Native
Exactly, yeah.
Americans. You know,
I'm looking like, I mean, like,
they're native to Central
physically,
America.
too.
Yeah,
Like,
Native
shit.
Americans make tacos.
physically too, like,
Yeah.
like
Except
brown
for- except for
skin,
we
the
make 'em better.
curls.
Oh,
No manches, way.
He's drunk. Once he starts speaking.
so what is
Spanish,
the
he's drunk.
tacos again that you? Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
come
it's
on.
just like a fluffy bread. It's made a certain
what do you
way.
call it again?
It's just called fry bread. Some people there's like gabubu bread, fry bread, chunky rounds.
You know how to make
It's-
it?
No, my mom does though. Whenever she comes up to visit, I kind of want to see if she can make it so that way you guys can try it. But the bread is pretty much what makes the whole thing. Like you can like a lot of them will have like shitty meat, like because a lot of people just throw a lot of
Just
it
whip
together.
it up. Just whip it up quick.
Yeah, but like the bread, like a lot of people actually take time with that. Like, and it takes a while for it to actually get like good. Like when I told my mom was like, yeah, for Native American women when they make it, like the older they get, the better it tastes. So like my grandma that passed away, she made the fucking best fry bread I ever
All
fucking
right,
tasted.
dude. That's
Just
years and years of perfect practice, bro.
Perfectly fluffy on the inside, golden crispy on the out, and
my
it's just
that
fucking
does sound good as fuck. That
good as
sounds
fuck. But you
good
just
as
take
fuck.
that, then you just load like a fucking whatever you want, taco meat. Some people do just regular beef taco meat. Some people mix in the taco meat with refried beef.
I want to try that taco. That sounds like better taco than anything this Vato over here has to make.
Shut your bitch ass.
Bro, what's the difference between that and a fucking sloppy Joe?
What?
An Indian taco and a sloppy Joe.
An Indian taco is actually more similar to a chalupa. You ever
fuck a chalupa? Wait the fuck. Shout out to the first episode.
From Taco Bell?
What the fuck is a chalupa way?
Yeah, what the fuck is a chalupa way?
You guys never had chalupas?
I've heard of it, but I don't know.
It's a Mexican food. How have you not fucking heard of it?
Because I don't go to Taco Bell.
It's not a Taco Bell food. A lot of fucking Mexicans make it. The first time I had a chalupa was made by a Mexican woman.
I eat gorritas, sopas.
Are you searching it up?
Yes,
He's searching what a chalupa is.
But yeah, no. I mean, just look up an Indian taco. You'll see what it looks like. But
you gonna see Tristen in a taco.
Yeah, you gonna see me holding a Taco Bell bag.
Speaking of good buns,
but
over at the ramen place that we have, the only ramen place that they have in.
We're not gonna say.
They have.
Did you say the name already?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Well, I said the name of the city. Bleep that out.
Okay.
But the only ramen shop that we have in town, they have this fucking appetizer. It's like the beef steam buns, and holy shit!
My dumbass said beef pork buns the whole time.
Hey, fucking give me a mix, bro. I'll take them both. But yeah, the buns on those, dude, just like biting into a fucking cloud, bro. Like it's so fluffy, and the meat's like hella tender, super fucking.
Luke's in there like, can I get your buns, please?
Can't go wrong with the buns, man. If they're fluffy, I'll take it.
How do you guys feel about whole wheat bread?
Oh, I do not like.
Don't eat too much of it, but I don't really like care about my bread. I eat white and wheat.
I was like halfway through high school whenever Michelle Obama put in place that fucking healthy eating program. Where
I remember that.
And then like we went from like having like full size bottles of orange juice and juice like fruit juice to sell that you could buy.
Yeah, juice is actually terrible for you.
Because our concession stand for our like basketball games was in our cafeteria of our high school. So they would let us, like, sometimes they would open it and they would let you during lunch go up and buy shit from the concession stands. Okay. But they went from being like a full size bottle of fucking like Minute Maid orange juice to like a little half size bottle. All the Rice Krispie bars became whole wheat, whole grain, and all that shit. Every time they'd make spaghetti at school, it would be whole wheat and spaghetti noodles and shit.
I thought you guys ate raccoon sticks and river water.
Fuck no, that would have been better than what the hell they were serving.
I don't necessarily think that her passing like the rules to make kids healthier is a bad thing.
Not really. It's just
the obesity rate in America is fucking skyrocketing right now, so I don't think it was bad. But obviously, as kids growing up through that, it was bad for us because our fucking food tasted like shit.
Yeah. But look at Dan.
I actually remember.
Jesus.
I actually remember when middle school. I remember when fucking school food was actually bussin'.
Oh my god!
The square pizza.
Yeah, the chicken quesadillas,
cheese sticks, Smiley.
Oh, cheese sticks. I wasn't a fan of the Smiley potatoes.
I was a fan of you.
Those are so good.
I felt like those were just a little bit too.
Their beef sticks and
stale.
mashed potatoes.
I love the potato smiles are so good.
The square pizza.
Now put them in air fryer, so good.
The square pizza and shit.
I just didn't think it was too good.
So good.
The fucking I remember in elementary school, these lunch ladies used to come and cut our fucking pizzas for us, bro.
Like, they used to come with sauce.
We used to get lunch cards. You all remember lunch cards?
Yes.
So every time you go to lunch, like you'd have a card with your school number on it, and then you'd go and like either scan it or just like drop in your card for the day, and then you can go get lunch that day.
Oh damn! No, we just had where you typed in the number, number.
Okay.
You would have sent smoke signals.
Too fancy for
I didn't go to the tribal school. My guy. I went to a public school.
I don't know why those pizzas were so good though. Was it just because like as a kid, like everything's better?
As a kid, anytime you had pizza, like you get like pizza parties at school.
Well, I was gonna say earlier that the palates do grow as soon as you grow older. Because when I was younger,
I've definitely eaten more foods now than I was a lot more picky as a youth.
Yeah, definitely.
Nah, you used to eat baby food till you were 12.
Huh?
You used to eat baby food till you were 12.
Ha ha ha! Fuck you, little
Did you
bitch.
really?
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
He said, "Did you really?"
Why do you take him seriously?
The way you reacted made it seem like
he said you send smoke signals. How do you take everything he's saying seriously?
No, the way you reacted to it made me think like, okay, did you actually fucking do that? Like,
no,
like fuck you, like almost like it was
like a defensive reaction.
Yeah, that's what it almost felt like.
No, but for real, in elementary school, they used to come around, cut the pizza up. They ask if you wanted some dressing on your pizza. Like, we used to have lunch ladies, like, come around and, like, give us the sauces, give us the extra cheese, or anything you wanted. Free, like.
Damn, y'all went to a white-ass school.
I used to take 2 milks every day. Like
Will
you
be the
take
type of person-
one with the left hand, you take one with the right hand, then you put the one with your left on the tray, and you put the one with the right in the pocket.
That does make sense.
Because they're looking at the next kid.
You know what's a good idea too? You go to the theaters, you go to a different theater room, you take one popcorn bucket with one hand and another popcorn bucket with the other hand, and you just bring it back to the cashier. They'll give you a free refill.
That sounds like a smart man right there.
Speaking of which, does anyone want to go see John Wick 4 tomorrow?
I haven't seen 3 yet. I don't even know if I've seen 2 yet.
I've
know, I
only,
kinda
I've only
want
seen
some
the first
popcorn.
one.
You know, the popcorn does.
So I'm gonna go get. I'm
I'd
gonna go get
say-
2 buckets of popcorn and fall asleep.
You really? You've only
I
seen the
haven't-
first one?
Yeah, I've only seen the first one.
I have the
I've only
third
seen the
one
first
on
one, too.
Blu-ray.
You had a steelbook, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that
Yep,
shit.
Yep.
I think I was there when you bought it.
Yeah.
It looks good though.
It was a limited edition too.
Those trailers look good for John Wick 4.
Dude, Donnie Yen. I wanna fucking see
John
it.
Wick is always just fucking.
If you want to go see it, I'm down. But next Tuesday I work.
This Tuesday, tomorrow.
Shit, I gotta reserve tickets then. But if it's gonna be the super screen, and there's gonna be a shit ton of people already reserving tickets.
But the movie's already been out. The movie came out on the 24th, so it's
Oh, really?
March
Okay.
24th.
So
So,
it's
it's
not
not
super
like
movie
yeah, it's
as
not like
busy.
hot.
I'd be
but
down.
It's still pretty
not,
new.
So it's not super screen.
I'm down.
March 24th. It's not that.
I'm
old.
telling you,
Yeah.
Are you really talking
Let's
about going tomorrow though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then yeah, I'll go. I'll
I'll
go
go
with you.
tomorrow.
I ain't got shit to do.
nobody can play John Wick but Keanu Reeves. Nobody.
That's like saying nobody can play Iron Man but RDJ.
Well, no one's tried.
They should have.
Big facts.
Yeah.
But he does such a good role.
Keanu is just such a likable person, bro.
He's got the
I don't know
good.
what it is.
He's got the face for it, the body structure, the suit. Man, he's looking
The,
clean.
the
and
fact
he's
that
so-
It's
the
'cause
fact
he
that he
looks like
actually
a-
trained too, though, like the fact that he
Yeah.
can actually shoot those fucking guns like that. There's videos of him where he's actually at a shooting range, and this man is just lighting up targets, moving around like John Wick. Like that's why it looks so good. He actually knows how to shoot like legit.
That's what Schwarzenegger did for the Terminator too.
Oh,
He spent.
I'll
he
be
spent,
back.
I
He
still
spent-
got to watch Terminator.
He spent
Oh.
like 10 like he spent like hours in a gun range just like to the point where he could disassemble and reassemble a gun blindfolded.
give me the AK-47. Oh,
Yeah, and then he
That's pretty cool.
he practiced shooting with a straight face so that way he looked more like a robot whenever he would do it and shit. And like he practiced doing it without blinking and
boom, boom, boom.
Fascinating.
You
Nah, but
you
Keanu-
are one
method
ugly
act-
motherfucker.
method acting and shit. You know.
No, his voice too. Keanu Reeves' voice is so good for John Wick 4. Like it's so serious, but it's like calm at the same time.
Yeah.
I
But
saw
yeah,
this funny ass video of Keanu Reeves getting interviewed at like a talk show and shit, and the female talk show host was like, "But if you're a lover, you can't really be a fighter." He goes, "No. In order to be a lover, you gotta fight for what you love." And he said that with so much sympathy. He walked off the stage. He was like, "I'm just so good at this." I'm like, I felt that. That shit was so dope.
bro, did you see the clip of the lady interviewing Michael B. Jordan, and she's like, "Yeah, we go way back."
Yeah,
He
yeah,
goes,
yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
you used to bully, baby.
y'all used to
bully me.
used to call you.
Yeah, he used to call me corny.
Yeah,
Yeah. And she's like, "No, I didn't." Like, yeah, I remember you.
And
Yeah,
then
I'm
he's
like,
just giving her that look, and
"Ooh."
she like trying to just laugh it off. She's doing that like where it's like what is it? Where you just kind of like try to laugh something
No,
off.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, and she did the stupid laugh where you like try to just laugh something off, and then just like
Bro, you know what would be funny? If she,
embarrassed almost.
I don't know if she did it because I'm not really too focused
it's
on that.
more he said, she
But
said it, that
if she
moment.
fucking like went on to like a tirade and just say, I was embarrassed, humiliated by the actions of Michael B. Jordan trying to call me out on this fucking show. If she would have done that shit, bro, the whole
Actually-
world would be on her
I actually
ass.
think there was a-
Because you are not Chris Rock, motherfucker.
I actually think there is a video of her like talking about like that interaction, and then she kind of goes more in depth about like, oh, we used to be like, oh, you know, like you're not Michael Jordan, you know, and like trying to rub that in on him, and
No, bro.
Because,
yeah,
like,
yeah, that's what he was saying.
what
He was
can
like,
you
"Yeah,
do
my
like that?"
name. You guys just make fun of me for my name or some
Yeah,
shit."
y'all call me
That's
corny.
crazy.
Nah, that was the biggest flex without being like too crazy about
Disrespectful,
it.
yeah.
He was
Yeah.
just like he like humbly flexed and was like, "Hey, I remember what you did, but look at now you interviewing me
Yeah.
on this red
Crazy.
carpet." Like,
It's facts. You're interviewing me about my fucking movie that I started
And
directed.
yep.
like,
Yep.
stay in your place.
But anyways, I was gonna say this about the weird foods, but we drifted off, which is fine. But pizza and ranch,
Oh, bro, I always eat ranch on my pizza.
I
The fuck?
eat that shit.
Is that weird?
I eat that.
I don't
shit.
really
I
like-
drizzle ranch on my pizza.
I don't really
Yeah.
like ranch like that in general, but I mean, it's probably not bad.
I eat ranch with everything that people like pretty much eat ketchup with, except for like hot dogs. And shit.
I've done it, man, but I've never done this. But I've seen somebody do it, and it made me cringe so hard. They put mustard on their pizza.
That's fucking weird.
Okay,
I
that's
don't even
weird.
like. I don't like mustard.
Smothered in mustard. Not
That's
even just like
weird.
a light little dress, like smothered, bro.
Oh.
Fuck that. No.
I had to leave the house. I was out,
He's
bro.
like, bro, I was in the next town over.
Yeah.
I walked home because I saw that shit.
Man, dude, I was like, this bitch crazy. Mustard?
Yeah. My weirdest thing probably with ranch was ranch and spaghetti.
You nasty.
I seen someone do it at the boarding school I was in, and I was like, I'm gonna try it. I tried it, and I was like, oh, it's actually not that bad.
Is your
But
spaghetti with cheese?
No, it's just regular spaghetti. But if you put too much of it, oh yeah, then it gets terrible.
Because
It's
I'm
fucking
like,
shitty
if
stuff.
it's because this might be a hot take, but if you're eating spaghetti and then you're trying to, because that's like pizza and spaghetti are kind of like the same because it's tomato sauce and cheese, but
and
if you're
fucking carbs.
yeah, and carbs. So it's like you put ranch in it. It's kind of the same thing as pizza. That's why, like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, if the flavor are kind of like the same to me.
No.
So
It's like that's like
because usually with pizza it's marinara sauce that's on it,
oh yes,
and then with spaghetti sauce it's just regular tomato sauce. I don't get
I
exactly
don't really
what's
eat
the difference, but I
don't
know
really
there's
eat
somewhere
spaghetti
it is a
like that.
difference.
marinara. I think it's seasoned and it's already like cooked down. I believe.
Probably. I don't know exactly what the thing is. We'll have to ask an Italian about it.
we don't want to ask. We don't want to. We don't want to ask a certain Italian because he can't cook.
Burn chicken.
Black chicken.
Burn chicken.
No seasoning.
Same thought.
You didn't even have the burnt chicken though, did you?
No.
Tristan?
You guys just told
He's
me
gonna
about
be
it. You guys told me to
so-
ask him
Yeah.
about it.
He's
so-
You know, it
gonna be so-
happens. You know.
Yeah, I know.
It happens.
It's gonna be so. He's gonna be so pissed if he hears this shit. It's so
He's
funny.
gonna hear it.
Season
We love you,
stems.
I don't
Dan.
even know if he.
To be honest, I don't
he
think he-
listens.
That nigga's never cooked ever since then.
I don't even,
He's never cooked for us
No.
ever since then.
He should be banned from cooking.
He tried to teach you how to cook on the grill, and you
Nah.
got pissed.
Nah,
Well,
he be
Yeah,
cooking.
We won't talk about that, but
He be cooking
we
hot
settled it.
pockets and pizza rolls and mac and cheese, and he
Hey,
still
man.
fuck it up.
Hey, dude, mac and cheese is pretty difficult. No, I'm just
He
kidding.
tried to make it. At,
Homemade mac and cheese.
He thinks he knows, but he does not know.
he tried to make it at Jacob's place. That shit was super good though. That
No,
shit-
Adam's
Oh
mac
yeah,
and
yeah,
cheese.
yeah.
Oh my fucking god! That was what?
dude, I
Three
winged
different
it.
cheeses?
I winged that.
Finger licking good.
Mozzarella, some Gouda,
Oh.
some Parmesan,
Oi.
some cheddar.
Oh!
Bobbity
Oh, yeah.
boom
Bubba
there.
the boobity chop the cheese in
For
the
cheese, macaroni, and cheese. It was actually really fucking good.
That was
I can't
fucking
even
fire.
cap. Like, I scaled the recipe up, and it was a lot of guesswork. But I kind of followed the framework, and made more food. For
Even the
everyone,
pork
and
loin.
it was still fucking good. I didn't make that.
No, I'm saying even the pork loin was good
Yeah,
too.
no, that whole night was fucking good. Shout out to my boy Jacob's birthday party.
We're gonna
Had a good
have him,
night.
we're gonna have him on here
Yeah,
at some point.
Jacob's dope as fuck.
he
I
was
was
white,
so-
but he
He's been
cooked
pushing
one
me to
time.
get back in the gym.
I was so sad that I couldn't come back. Man.
I knew you
No,
was
yeah,
coming
I
back.
figured
I
too.
knew
Yeah,
you
I
wasn't
figured
coming
too. I
back.
knew too.
I knew
I
it.
knew
It
too.
was getting late. You had to
was
work the
late.
next day.
Yeah.
I knew too.
I
It's
was like,
okay.
he's
It
not
was
coming back.
understandable, bro. It was like you said, like you had to go deal with your girl, and then I was like, all right, well,
Nothing bad with
Okay.
my girl. Nothing bad. It was just
for
she
sure.
was she was just scared or something.
Yeah.
So
They
It's,
fist
it's
fought.
understandable, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
what?
I said they fist fought.
Yeah, we fist fought.
She
I-
beat him up.
Luke lost. He came with. a
I
black
lost.
eye.
I had a black eye.
Luke looked like Michael B.
This
Jordan
summer
at
though,
the
we'll
end
have
of
we'll have some more cookouts.
Dude, that
Oh,
was
for
a,
sure.
That was a great movie though. Creed 3.
Oh my! We're not
Great
doing this
movie.
again. We're not doing this again.
Shut up, Justin.
We'll
Just
see it
shut
again.
But anyways,
You're gonna have to
So-
see it again.
what is this weird to you guys? Because I talked to Hanson about this. He thinks it's fucking weird. All right. So you grab a bowl of potato chips, plain potato chips.
Don't
right?
tell me put ketchup on this.
Yeah.
No, you pour ketchup in a fucking bowl. You just dip that shit in the bowl and eat it like that.
No, it's not the worst thing. I mean,
It's
it,
not
I-
the
it's
worst.
not
like French
ideal.
fries.
It's not
It's like
ideal.
cold French fries, but it's
Yeah.
crunchy,
Yeah,
not
Oh,
soggy.
yeah, I guess.
Crunchy.
Yeah.
You go to the core and you jump off.
You gotta realize it's literally the same exact. Like all three, you're getting the same profile of a French fry: the potato, the sodium, and then the ketchup. It's literally the
Yeah.
exact fucking same.
I guess I grew up different, so I put Valentina on it
There you go.
with the potato chips. But I guess
sauce.
if you want to do ketchup, man, you do you, man. But don't try to give me that. shit.
What
I'll
about,
give it to you.
So you guys know what French onion dip is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people eat it with just regular potato chips.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, my mom used to fucking eat the nacho cheese Doritos with it.
That was not bad.
Weirdly
That
enough,
sounds
it does
very
not. It
interesting.
does not taste as bad as it sounds, but it's not like the best.
Well, the thing with that is just like, well, prepare to fucking stain your French onion dip orange.
Yeah, dude, that
That
does
too, and
happen.
your breath to be fucking horrible for the
Oh,
next
yeah,
hour.
dude. That shit would
Do you want me to call CPS?
no.
But anyways, also Funyuns
Should've
with
did that a long time ago.
Funyuns with the French onion
why
dip.
are
That's pretty
Funyuns
fire.
so fucking expensive?
Are they? I haven't bought Funyuns in forever.
Like $4 or $5
Yeah,
a pop.
like $5-6 for like the fucking like normal like medium bag, like, not even like the big family bag. Like,
And they give you half a bag.
Yeah, half a bag. I'm like, dude,
They some doing bullshit
I
like
love-
Lay's shit.
I like Funyuns, but it's like, bro, like the chip to money ratio is just not it.
That's why Pringles are.
No, that's why you got to go to Dollar Tree. You could get those. They had like Pringles and like Lay's stacks there for like $1. That's the way to go.
Yes, sir.
You get that shit. Dollar Tree.
$1.25.
$1.25 tree.
$1.25 tree.
Yup.
Fucking A.
But yeah, I'll watch John Wick 4 with you. I don't mind skipping 2 and 3.
Same.
Because that's the thing, though.
Same.
Because okay, so this is
They're good enough that you should watch them. Though.
I know, but that's the thing. So watching John Wick 1, right?
Yeah.
It didn't really delve too much into like the story of what John Wick was.
No,
It literally
not at
just
all.
went like, so this motherfucker is built like this.
Yep.
And everybody's literally scared of
Yep.
him because he's
Yep.
like this.
Exactly.
So I'm like, if it's not gonna be focused on the story, then I didn't really need too much of the story, and I was impressed by John Wick 1. I'm not saying I won't watch 2 and 3, but I'm saying like I think I can watch 4 if I have the chance to first.
But the events all directly tie into each other.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
the events of John Wick 2 gets him fucking banned from like the high table and stuff. So the whole third movie is basically like the high table like trying to fucking kill John. So that's the whole premise. But like, I guess you could probably watch those like before you watch John Wick 4s on YouTube and get a gist
yeah.
of it.
I think
like a
I'll
little
watch that,
recap. But I think it's worth watching just because the action and shit is so phenomenal. And
Yeah, the only movie I really watch on YouTube, and mainly because it's like one of the few movies that actually has the full movie on YouTube that you don't have to pay for, is the 1996 movie of Gotti. It's basically a
John
biopic.
Gotti.
of
John Gotti,
yeah,
baby.
dude.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I've never
He's
seen
a
it.
American
mobster.
gangster.
He's a
He's a mobster.
mobster and shit, and it's just a lot of people say that Armand Asante, when he basically played John Gotti better than any, because I guess there's been others. Like I know there was a John Travolta one where John Travolta played him, and a lot of people shit on that movie. But
I fucked you up.
but yeah, no, that movie was actually pretty good. Plus, I mean, I liked it. I do find myself watching it. Like the first time I watched it again like just a few hours later because I was like, damn, that was a good movie.
Hell no, I would never do that.
Same day.
Yeah, dude.
Hell no.
It was
I
good.
would
It was
never
good as fuck.
rewatch a movie twice in a row like that.
No, I can't.
I would never.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like the first time I actually
I'll
ever
watch
did
like
that.
certain
That,
scenes
and then-
that I fuck with.
And then
Yeah.
this other movie that I fucked with a long time ago. You guys probably don't know, never heard it, but it's called Freedom Riders.
Oh
I've
yeah,
heard
we
of it.
watched
Yeah,
that shit
yeah.
in school.
You guys watched it in school?
Yeah,
See, we didn't
middle
watch it in
school.
school. I watched it. My
the
dad brought
reservation.
it. My dad brought it home once, and
You're
ever
so
since
stupid.
watching that, that's literally my favorite movie.
Is it where that female teacher teaches
the
these
female-
hoodlums?
yeah, a
about
bunch of hoodlums, and then
to
she-
write, yeah.
They're all separated by their gangs.
I
and
remember
shit.
why. Okay,
We
yeah,
watched
I
it.
remember.
They're all
that.
separated by their gangs
for
and
sure.
everything.
Yep, I remember.
Did
that.
you have a projector?
Do we have a projector?
Put up
We
on
have-
the teepee?
Oh my god.
I don't know, dude. Do you ride a pack mule every day?
I do actually.
Yeah, I bet you do. You smell like it.
Damn.
Don't get kicked.
Don't get kicked.
We should have like a
Come
full.
stand right here behind my mule.
We should do a challenge to where we can't be racist towards each other or towards.
That's
another
just them
thing
fools. What the fuck?
For an hour.
Bro, he's got a
Bro,
whole native
You,
sweater
bro,
on
you
right
should have
now.
saw me earlier with Luke, bro. I just kept fucking with Luke.
Dude,
Every
we were
time-
walking around. I walk around with Walmart, and he sees every Asian dude or every Asian person. He's like, "Yo, is that your sister? Is that your brother? Is that your grandpa? Is that your uncle?" I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ,
Then
dude.
sure enough,
Do you think you can live 24 hours without being racist? He's like, no, I don't think I can. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You know what's funny though? Because at the end of the year, he's gonna go to his Yang family reunion and he's gonna see everybody you saw today.
No.
He's gonna be like, "Hey, my friend asked if I knew you. I had to say I didn't. I'm sorry."
No, we don't have a Yang
Yeah,
family.
no. We passed by these two Asian people too in the like frozen food section, and he looks at me. He's like, "Don't you fucking say it! Don't you fucking say it!" And I'm like sitting there covering my mouth. I was like, "I didn't say nothing. I didn't say it." But sure enough, we get to the fucking the buffet, the Chinese restaurant, the buffet and shit. And he walks in and he holds up like a 3 to let the lady know that it's 3 of us. And she just like nods her head this way. So I'm like, from the way he did it, it looked like he waved at her, and she just like nodded him like where to go. So it looked like he knew her. So I'm like, "Hey, do you know who that is?" And he's like, fuck you." And I'm like, "No, I mean, Jay, do you know? Because it looked like you waved at her."
I see.
What's your favorite dish at the China buffet?
Lo mein easy.
Hibachi, boy.
Lo Main's my number one, dude.
That Mongolian barbecue.
They don't have as many options as like
Well, if you were to get
the other ones. Otherwise,
if
The
you
butter
were to get
potatoes.
if you were to forget
main line item.
if you were to get
Butter
it without
potatoes.
the Mongolian barbecue,
Butter
because you got to think
potatoes.
about it, like the staple foods for
Butter potatoes.
this. Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like the staple foods for our Chinese buffet, right? You're not gonna have Mongolian barbecue, so I'm gonna throw that out.
Oh, like just at any generic.
Yeah, any
one?
generic. Chinese
they don't have it
buffet.
at the
Lo
buffet.
mein topped with the pepper steak, and you mix it together.
Oh, that sounds good. They
Lo
don't have it
mein,
at the this buffet, but orange chicken. I love orange chicken.
I love those little dog pieces on sticks.
The teriyaki chicken.
Yeah.
I thought he was about to be something so racist because the way he said little dog things on sticks. I'm like, why are you looking at me? Why are you pointing at me?
I almost said that this when we went earlier, and I was gonna say, look, I got cat and dog on a stick. I was gonna like make a joke about that, but
No, that.
But at New China 8,
yeah, and
they had the bacon wrap and shit.
yeah.
Oh yeah, those
General
two.
Tao's. That's pretty good. Orange chicken, lo mein,
Sesame
pepper
chicken.
Pepper chicken is
Black and
steak.
pepper chicken from Golden Chops is pretty fire.
yeah.
But you gotta think about it. It's
Yeah,
all
like some-
it's all Mexicans back there.
Yeah, it is. I want to eat a lot. I want to today. We went
It's
to
like
the buffet.
50-50, like Chinese and Mexican.
Because if you
Straight
didn't
up.
know, they bring people up from Chicago, Mexicans here to work for 6 months. They stay here for 6 months and they go back for 6 months. And they come back up for 6 months and go back for 6 months. That's why they're doing the Mongolian barbecue. Is a Mexican dude. All the waiters are Asian, Chinese, Japanese, whatever they are, to front. Because you're not gonna pull up to a Chinese restaurant. It's all Mexican guys. Hey, what's going on, man? You want a table? Take a table. Like,
Then that's
Bro,
true.
that
Because
waitress though, she was cute as fuck.
oh my gosh,
you leave
I
my
know
baby
that.
mama alone.
Hey, man.
there was a lot of people.
Really, a cute waitress? They're all usually old as fuck.
No,
It was
it's
the
the
one that he
same
did.
Asian chick with the big eyes. The general Asian chick at Golden Chopsticks.
Your cousin?
No,
that ain't
she
it,
she
bro.
looks a little bit
That
younger
ain't-
than everybody else.
That ain't it, bro. That ain't it.
the one
bro.
that you wait or
Yeah.
that you had.
Yeah, I know which one you're
She's
talking
been
about.
there.
She's always there.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, okay. If it's the one that's always there, I know which one.
I'm talking about that table.
Super young, and then
She's not super young. She's a kid.
no,
Hey,
she
so do
looks
I.
young
So do I.
compared to other one.
She's about to have two with this guy.
Yeah, but you can't act like you're fucking super young. Like
How old is she actually?
She looks like at least 30 to 40.
She did not look
No,
that old.
I'd
bro.
say-
I'm
no.
not gonna lie.
You're
She
not
was-
Asian, so you don't know.
Asian people.
They look 20
look
until they're 40,
20.
then they look 60.
No, they
Yes,
look
I know.
20 and 30 younger than they are.
Asian people know how to judge other Asian people
Like
with
Luke
age.
looks like he's like 5 years old right now.
I have a mustache. You don't. Fuck you. Does that make you fucking newborn?
This is on my own choice.
He said, "This is my own choice."
You are trying.
It works. I have a mustache.
If I would grow my mustache, it would be way darker than yours.
But you ain't growing now or ever since.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you
That's
got
why I
that baby
shave it.
face. You got the long hair, bro. I thought you was a chick.
Stop, bro. Don't play with me like that. All the way fucked up.
Completely
Adam's
out
got
of
long hair and a
pocket.
baby face. I didn't see you say shit to him.
But he's growing in that goatee. You see that
Yeah, I
shit?
can see it.
No, he's
Yeah.
got a longer beard than I got, for real.
I've been trying. This shit's been growing for like a year now.
This
is all
man
I
be
got.
sitting there like stroking that shit like.
I got some beard growth oil if you want it.
Maybe.
Bro,
Then where's yours? Where
You got a
don't
baby
have
face.
you don't have a fucking beard.
Yeah, that's because I don't like to. I don't
You
like
look
facial
like a
hair at
dyke.
all.
Then what was the point of getting the beard growth or oil?
I like the way it feels. I like the way it makes my skin. It makes it really
Is
soft.
that shit
not
like
gonna lie.
legit or is it fake though?
Well,
I don't
it's
understand.
not like it's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna make your shit grow faster. It just moisturizes and gives you like the vitamins that you need for your skin to like
to grow
to
hair
help
from it?
to help with it.
That's
It's not
interesting.
gonna like just make you grow a beard in 2 months, but you know, you just sit there and you use it and it keeps your because you're supposed to.
So
use
it may or may not help you, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like a fucking natural way of helping you, but it makes my skin soft as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I really do like it, but it smells like coconut.
Oh shit! Yeah, hook me up with that. I love coconut.
Yeah.
No, deadass, hook me up.
How you gonna say I look like a girl, man?
Because I don't got long hair, bitch.
You look like a stud. You look like a straight dyke.
Okay, if any of us looks like a dyke, it's you, and you're
No.
built like one.
No, you look.
And you're built
you
like
look
one.
feminine as fuck with that face.
No, you look feminine as fuck. Like, we just take that picture, just like turn to the side, to look that way.
Isn't being called a stud a good thing?
Yes.
Be
Oh. It's a
"Damn,
compliment."
You look like you could be the
were-
perfect.
You
stud
look
in
like you're
prison.
the man.
He said you look like a stud.
Yeah.
You look like you're
You
a
look
man.
like a dyke.
Yeah, then he switched it up.
You look like you're a man, the man in a lesbian relationship right now.
You look like you could be either of them in the dyke relationship. You look like a whole dyke.
Me and Devon and Tristen, we were going to Target to look at some wall mounts apparently because Devon wants some wall put his TV. Yeah, Mountain's TV. I was like, yeah, I have a stud finder, but I'm already a stud, so I can't really find any other studs. So yes, this word stud is a compliment word.
Yeah, and he called me a stud.
You look like a transgender.
You are a transgender, bro.
No, I'm not.
You
Next
look
thing
like you,
Justice
changed your
Hard
way
under the table.
halfway through the fucking through the operation. You look like you was like,
look-
all right, just cut it in half, and
You look like you catfish people.
I do.
Bro, you look like Pocahontas.
Come on, now you fucker. You're reaching so far in the bag.
Okay, Danny Trejo.
Anyways,
Yeah, you got Pocahontas and fucking.
Bro, you look like Nightwolf.
Pocahontas
Lewis and Clark.
You look like Nightwolf's daughter. Quit playing with me.
Nightwolf. Oh, from Mortal Kombat. Oh, I fuck with
Yeah,
Nightwolf.
Nightwolf's a real
I fucks
dude.
with Nightwolf.
Yeah, Nightwolf's a real
Yeah, that's your
dude.
daddy.
That's
You
my
look-
uncle, dog. What you talking about? That's
You look-
Dekshi.
Oh, that's your uncle. You're the niece.
That's Dekshi. Ah, fuck, I can't say it, but I can't think of the word for night. But
you can't say his name, you fucking idiot.
Bleep. Young
he
B.O.
said young X though.
Oh my god.
He looks like.
You look like every native girl.
You look like every Mexican
Who-
chick. What are you
who's,
talking about?
who's
You look like
shaking
every
that?
Mexican chick after they turn 30.
Tristan,
You-
watch your arm. Shaking.
Yeah, don't shake the table.
Oh yeah.
You look like every native girl after the first kid.
What?
Talking to the mic.
You look like a bitch.
That's not what he said.
No, you look like every native girl after the first child.
Okay.
You are the first child.
Anyways, guys,
I am not a first child.
we're
I
gonna
wish I
end the
was.
podcast here, but I want to say something really quick that two of the guys here is not gonna understand.
Ching Chong Wing Wong.
That
I
and
understood that.
that that and do you guys acknowledge the tribal chief?
He's not the tribal chief.
He's not talking about me.
Dude.
He's talking about Roman Reigns' bitch ass.
Yeah, dude. Last night,
He's talking about the former Make-A-Wish kid.
WrestleMania happened. It was Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns. Everybody was saying Cody Rhodes was gonna win. I'm like, no, that's not gonna make it happen. It's easy that Roman Reigns is gonna win. We got Young B.O. saying that he's a Roman Reigns dick rider. But the last 30 seconds, he sees the entrance of Cody Rhodes. He's like, yeah, Cody Rhodes is going to win. And I'm like, well, you switched up. I'm going to be a real oos, and I'm going to say Roman Reigns win. And I'm FaceTiming Duncan. Duncan's at my apartment with Dakota's at my apartment with me. We're watching WrestleMania live. As soon as Roman Reigns got the three count, I go up with my ones up. I was like, what'd you guys think, huh? Acknowledge your tribal chief, and everybody's just looking there, sitting there disappointed as fuck. Duncan was busy, like, that's fucking bullshit. Dakota was just quiet. I'm like, acknowledge the tribal chief, you son of a bitch. And I fucking proved everybody wrong. I'm a real ass ooze, just to say that. But yeah, I'm just throwing shit to Young B.O. But anyways, that's
on a different note though. Did you see that ad they played during the first night of WrestleMania where they had it's like the Godfather scene?
Oh, yeah,
from the movie
Godfather.
The Godfather, but it's with Roman
Reigns
Reigns
and
and
the
Paul
Bloodline.
Heyman and the Usos and Solo and shit, and they're all in their suits and shit. Yeah, dude, that
shit was
I thought
fire.
that was pretty dope.
I thought the best trailer was Seth Rollins as the Joker.
I ain't gonna lie though, my favorite match, Rhea Ripley versus
Oh, you
Bianca
fucking- all right.
versus Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
Loves me some mommy.
Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of the episode.
Nah,
today.
shout out to Rey Mysterio though.
Oh my god.
Holding that
he-
shit down.
Bro, he took his belt off and whipped his son with it.
That's some real Mexican shit right there.
He straight up took the fucking belt off and whipped him.
That's,
Know your
that's
place.
gonna be the end of the episode today, guys. If you guys could like, comment, subscribe, put us on post notifications, follow these guys on their socials. It's gonna be in the description and all. And
share the video.
Let
Share
us
the
know
video.
Share
any
everything.
ideas you want us to talk about.
Yeah, send
and
us
topics,
topics
because
ask
we're
us
gonna-
questions.
yeah, but we're gonna like drift off to it like how we always do with the
Yeah,
topics.
I mean, we'll try to stay on
yeah,
track,
we'll try it. But anyways, thanks guys for watching and do whatever we told you. And see you
Remember-
guys. Oh,
Yep.
Don't be an a-hole.
Be a BeeHole.
Yep.
There you go.
Adios,
Thanks, guys.
vatos.
Have a good one.